Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Wednesday. We're so glad you're with us tonight. This is our live, spectacular What's New Wednesday for our fabulous week ahead. It's Valentine's week. Of course, we're very excited you're with us as we celebrate the love of jewelry, and hopefully you don't mind a really special value or two. Let's address it. We just finished one of the most incredible events, and of course, that is always a lot of exciting, great values that we've had for the last few days, really a week and a half. But we have something very special coming up tonight. And of course, this is where we get to introduce you to brand new. It is the return of your return privileges as well. So the return of the return privileges. So that sounds like a mouthful, but it means no more final sale. So that's exciting, but also it means a lot of brand new. And this is where it's very exciting. We've got fresh, new pieces, including new designs you've never seen. And anyone noticed it so far? I'm wearing nearly 7 carats of diamonds on my hand here. I can barely even stand it. There is a 3-carat yellow diamond in this ring. There is an additional 3 carats 70 in white diamonds in this ring. It is unlike anything we've ever had before. So that is just one of the new pieces to really tantalize you with tonight. That is just one. 18-karat gold. It is spectacular. And let me tell you, if I can make a piece of jewelry look big, it's a really big piece of jewelry. So we're really excited about that one. And that's going to be, obviously, there are just, of course, 55 of those. No, there's only one. There's only one. The one-of-a-kinds continue. So this is where it's exciting. We also have a yellow diamond heart shape for Valentine's week. I know it may not get there exactly in time, but you know what? We love that it is a heart shape. It's really a great symbol all year long. We have a new Ammolite. It's also in a new design for you. And also, how about some Tanzanite? I did have a really, really special blue wing block D set aside for a new mounting. So we're going to see that debut here tonight. So a lot to get to, some big wheels, a celebration of the best as always. And listen, I've done enough sales where it's tough to get out of sale mode. So I know you've been hearing about, well, I don't know if things are going to be as sale priced. Oh, let me just go ahead and set the record straight. I'm not out of sale mode. So even though there's not a big banner across the screen, trust me, I get to do whatever I want to transition us into these new pieces. And let me tell you, it is going to be values like you've never seen before. And pieces, for the most part, you've never seen before. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There is a new Padparadscha. It's got my eye over here. We got a really special Padparadscha that's certified as well. We've got a scapolite that's new. Wait till you see how we're starting the show with a stone that we may not even know and recognize at first for what it is, because it's so special in its color. And then also a new bracelet. It features Demantoids by the yard. So how about that? A little special DBTY B, but with extra D. Okay, so anyway, before I get too off track, let's go to this one. It's a brand new piece here, and look at this. This is very special. This is our fabulous, can you guess what it is? It is so beautiful, it's so bright, it's so clean, and it is powerful. And hey, if you want to see my 7-carat diamond ring, just holler at me. We can show it on the early side, because that could be, I think we could probably, I have a feeling we could probably get that out to you in time if you just really needed it for Valentine's Day or for a special engagement or for a little, you know, something, wedding ring upgrade. We could probably hook you up with that. But here we go. 1127662. It's so good to see everybody with us tonight, and really glad to have your company and have you spend a little bit of time here. Well, this is 1127662, and it's brand new right now. And that's going to be the case throughout a lot of great pieces here tonight. But look at that stone. So let's take our guesses. But it's not going to be long before I have to reveal to you that this is, the first thing I thought was Paraiba. And I wasn't too far off. But it is one of the coolest colors we have ever seen out of the Congo. And we know these stones from the Congo. We don't know for definitively yes or no if there's copper or not. So very exciting to have this stone. The color is as neon and brilliant as any blue-green Paraiba is. But it's our 249 trillion cut with the big diamond halo, and then of course it's got the wide dome as your platform to set underneath it in every which direction. So it is just about as fantastic as it gets. And wait till you see this on. Now of course, I know it picks up some glare here, but there's all that white gold. Now you can change it if you want to, and look at this, the wave waves of gold that create that undergallery, that scallop detailing that you have all the way throughout the inside, so that even though it's a wider, heavier, bigger ring, it's going to be comfortable for you as well, because I would never want to offer a ring that isn't truly comfortable to wear. I'm a jewelry lover and jewelry wearer first, so it's got to be comfortable. I get to test drive these pieces so that we can ensure that for you. And this is our 249 with the 38 points in the diamonds. Now let's make it disappear just like magic. I want to try it on for you as well. If you're not familiar with this mounting, it is pretty seldom we see it here. It is especially, I would imagine it's going to be even more seldom as the time goes on, because of course it also is, yeah, a lot of gold. So that's really something that we don't see, you know, gold. You've been reading about it, I'm sure. You know, it's one of those things where, thank goodness this was made. I mean, the process of making jewelry is usually one that starts several months in advance. And then, of course, you've got the chance to, you know, make the mounting first, and then you set the center stone. So it's all really, again, completed here in-house. But what I love about this one is the fact that it's also going to be such a stark color. And it's really vibrant, very bright, and also very clean. I think from the inside, we were seeing a lot of that too, where you probably couldn't help but notice that there's a clarity of that stone through the inside as well. So really well done. Here it is from the front, and we're going to blow it out because, well, why not? That's what we're doing. We're just keeping in that mode. And so you get brand new, you get really high style, you get a lot of gold weight, a beautiful stone, really unlike anything we've seen out of the Congo so far as the color. And very much, again, I wouldn't say there's a lot of blue, but when you compare it to the greens of emerald savorites and the like, and even standard green tourmalines, it's very different than what you would see there. So we're thrilled to bring it to you. It's going to be a huge value, $49.99. Well, let's change it up a little bit. So I've got the freedom here to really, you know, again, get you the brand new, but still give you the big values we're accustomed to seeing, and let's make it happen. It's not even going to be $4,000, $3,000, or even $2,000. When you've got that much gold, I think that's really worth recognizing right away, is that it's not even going to be $2,000. We're making it $1,999 right here and now for really one of the most stunning tourmalines that we have seen here. And of course, that trillion, bringing it to just the most lively ability. Obviously, you've got to work with a couple things. It's got to have great color inherently. It's got to have great clarity. But then the trillion cut is what really makes it pop. So that's what, again, has assisted here in really bringing this vibrance that we wouldn't normally see from a tourmaline that also is usually very included and cloudy and kind of hazy. So love that one. Then we're going to talk about, and if you have any requests, always get those in. But I think for a lot of you, we're going to be just looking at pieces that you've not seen, or, you know, pieces that are a little one-of-a-kind designer, little specialty ideas. And the yellow diamond, do you guys want to see a closer look at it? I know we could see this one from space, and that is only a slight exaggeration. This ring is something special. And I can only imagine there's somebody out there saying, yes, I want to know more. Tell me more about that gigantic ring. We've done designs like it before where there have been double halos and whatnot, but this is a much larger scale. That is still, and I got to say, what's funny is we've seen 3-carat yellow diamonds even recently. This is beyond. It is a 3-carat yellow diamond. Look at how that compares to the mounting overall. It's at number 112, 7679. I got to say, I practically needed one of those, like, I don't know if anybody's gone to like one of those great, like, cool barbecue place where, you know, you walk in and you know it's going to be messy, so they give you a bib, right? I feel like I needed one for this ring, just because that is something, and we're up close, that is something I never thought I would see in a ring where you're getting almost 7 carats in diamonds. So just, again, showing you what we've got for the brand new lovers out there. That's 112, 7679. It's 18 karat gold mounting, first of all, but it's also a 301. It's something I came up with a long time ago, but I thought it's really between how difficult it is to say and how kind of uncouth it sounds. I don't say it very often, but sometimes. Do you ever have drool? Drool. I have to make sure to enunciate that very clearly, but like where you just can't get enough and you're just like salivating over jewelry, at least metaphorically, or maybe again on this one, could be quite literal. It has a 370 diamond weight around it, so that would be 671 overall. Look at the triple row, just something for you to think about, and just know that, oh, we even did the bridge. Look at that. The middle row goes right down underneath and through. So pretty cool to have a gigantic halo, bigger than we've ever had, by the way. We've not had 370 as accent diamonds before in a ring. And then to have that surrounding a 3-carat 01 yellow diamond is pretty important, and what you might think would be completely unattainable, well, we are all about value every single day of the year, not just during one event here or there, or a special day or a special week or a special couple of days. It's about value all the time, every item. And yes, we can bring even the most incredible, powerful yellow diamond ring we've had before. Yes, we can make it a value for you. So if you like it, it's not even going to be that $300,000 that I can only imagine. I don't think that's center stone alone. If we're talking about a 3-carat VS, which this is, you're not going to find that center stone for $300,000 on its own. So the fact that this one is going less than that and it has the 370 around it is pretty special, and yet only just this one. Obviously, don't have another one, so give us a call if you're thinking about it. Stays as is, and I'll, again, make sure you see that that is still that little, just again, that little extra special bridge detail, which we love to see how they run all the way through the middle there. So that's a fabulous piece, and the yellow diamond is also, well, I don't think, we would not put a lackluster, just semi-okay diamond in a 370 mounting. That's for sure. We are, yeah, we're a little more clever than that. So you got a really good diamond superstar in the middle as well. So that's something that's here. We're going to do it for under $100,000. There you go. We'll make it a lot easier than that. But this is really the dream ring for, I think, a lot of us who just are not intimidated or shying away from big diamonds or big diamond weights overall. This is the way you get that. And actually, we're even making it under $100,000. We're not done discounting. Again, it takes a while to really get the discounting bug out of the system. It really does. So I'm just going to keep it going. And this won't be $50,000. $671 in diamonds, 672 rather, or 671. 671, amazing piece, and yet it's not going to be. And think about just the 18-karat gold alone. That 75% pure gold that you have, creating that piece, holding all of those incredible diamonds together. It's not $50,000. This really is something to think about and truly consider. And I'll tell you, it's probably the best value we've seen yet in diamonds. And I mean that quite sincerely. And I know best value isn't always about what's the most affordable. The smallest price tag doesn't always equate to value. That's not how it works. We can sometimes see our best values on the bigger pieces that are the more unusual, the more rare, the more specialty. That is certainly what you have here. And it's not 50 and it's not 40. It is a giveaway. And don't think that everything tonight is going to be this kind of level. I'll certainly have affordable for you, but this is just a great way to get something very special and still save a bundle doing it. And it's not going to be 40 and it's not even $30,000. What if we make it $29,999? And remember, a reminder, we can help like split payments among 2 cards or 3 cards if you want to, make it a little bit easier and more affordable and attainable in that respect, if that helps you out, because it is a significant style, but the value is even more significant than the actual style itself, I would say. So that's a really beautiful piece. And hey, Tracy, I'm so happy to see you with us as well. Hi, Kirsten. Thank you so much. Thank you. And oh, good. Hi, everybody. So very, oh, well, you guys are so kind. Thank you. That's awfully nice. Thank you. It's good to be back. It always does feel like an eternity for that Monday and Tuesday, because it always does. I agree with you. It does for me too. Maybe these last 2 days, even more, a little bit more than normal. But again, more on that later. But that's just, again, very nice. It feels like a nice break. To think I haven't seen you guys since Sunday morning. Doesn't sound all that long ago, but it feels like a while ago. So again, I'm glad to be back with you guys too. And thank you. Take a look at this ruby. And by the way, maybe we'll even do better on this one. I don't know. Call me. Let's talk about it. If that's the dream ring for you, as I know, it certainly is the most, it's the most drool-worthy piece I've seen in a long, long time here. And we've never had anything quite like it. We can maybe even do a little bit better for you. So yeah, call me on that one if you want to get a little off-air, low deal. But look at this ruby. This is some bright clarity here, some blues and reds. Also, what an interesting way. It's brand new too. So far we're 3 for 3 on the brand new. I'm going to have mostly brand new tonight. I'm looking to see if there's anything that I've seen before here. I think out of maybe 300 pieces in front of me, I might have 3 pieces that are, been here before, and they're just markdowns. But everything else looks to be completely brand new, including Ammolite, including, I've got a Morganite, I've got a really special, the Tanzanite I mentioned. So I've got new earrings and bracelets and hoops as well. Yes, I said new hoops. So they're coming up. But let's take a look at platinum, 112-74-73. It's our 66-point oval ruby, and this one is new as well. And it's actually cool because it almost reminds me of a Celtic cross kind of look here in a way. And I'm just going to go a little bit further back and just make sure we're 100% focused. Look at that. That's a very clean ruby. And of course, showing the blues and reds, the way it actually just kind of sears and seethes with those blues right through the core of the stone. And then you've got, of course, your classic red. Now again, classic red is not always the same. There's a lot of rubies from a lot of different sources, and usually those secondary hues are indicative of where it came from. And what you want to see ideally is the blue red. So that's really important to keep in mind. That's what you have here. The diamond weight also made out of the baguettes and the rounds, but it's the way they're set and situated to almost create arrows down the sides. Let's take a look at its diamond weight of 30 points, and I'm thrilled to bring it to you. Great value. Let's just give it away. It's a $29.99 piece in the platinum. So again, we wouldn't be surprised if we see a little more platinum, because platinum's wonderful, but also with gold being where it's at, that's a nice way to save you a bundle there too, is right. We're just gonna, and luckily the gold that was, you know, the gold that we're gonna feature tonight was not made yesterday. You know, it's not like we would love to produce jewelry that quickly. Sometimes we put the finishing touches on pieces right before show, but pieces are in the works for months at a time. So, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, jewelry's coming in all the time. We're designing and creating every day, but pieces aren't usually made in a day. So again, the pieces that are debuting were made really about 2 to 2.5 months ago on average. So keep that in mind. But here we go. This is our platinum, and we've got a great one. It's a one only. Let's make it $9.99 instead and send it on out. There is some Brazilian Paraiba in a necklace as well that we will see before it gets too late here. We will see that in a one-of-a-kind platinum necklace as well. That, of course, comes with a chain. I love to do that when we can and throw those in for you. And then we also have a new scapolite. The scapolites have been very popular. I do have some new yellow diamond earrings, and wait till you see the Brazilian, or rather the Paraibas that we have in a floral pendant style. This is exceptional. Look at that. That's one that you're going to like right there. There's that orchid design. We've seen it in a ring, but I'm really, really excited to see it tonight in a pendant. So it makes it even more wearable, I would say. And hey, Charmaine, thank you, Charmaine. Just a big thanks to Charmaine. We had the most beautiful little chat today. So thank you, Charmaine, so much. And I see you checked in with us. So thank you, and appreciate all of your kindness and your support and your kind words as well. Appreciate that. So thank you, Charmaine. Take a look here one more time at the ruby, then we'll try that on for you, and then we'll be on our way. Lots to get to tonight. Again, mostly one of a kinds. That has not changed. You've got money back return privileges as well, so do keep that in mind also as you shop the show. So again, maybe that's something that for our newer shoppers out there, you may want to consider as well. So that's really important. And look at that beautiful red. The blue reds we adore seeing, plus we have that big yellow diamond. You call me if you like that. Here we are with the scapolite. This one's new. I love this one. This is an emerald cut and very, very special, isn't it? Look at that. It's a pretty stone. It's actually got dual colors here. You see a lot of pinks and purples, and I wish I could get behind it and clean it up there a little bit, but I only have so much cleaning technology up here live on TV. But look at that. That's a really cool emerald cut. See how sheeny it is? And it's got goldens as well. Have you seen that out of scapolites yet? I usually don't. We usually see those purples, lavenders, blues, or pinks. You get a little bit of all of that too. But there's this golden sheen that's coming from this really mesmerizing emerald cut. It's item number 7388. And that's one of our more Art Deco styles. And I like to show you all the way to the sides because there are those bezel set diamonds. The stone itself is a 188 in the middle. Then you have the diamonds that are bezel and then pave. And a little bit of scroll work right there in the middle as well. And then we've got white, yellow, or rose. Oh, this wheel is like permanently affixed here. Every time I come in, there's a new wheel now. So, so I can't quite get the center. But I'll tell you what, we'll make this a dandy of a price tag. So it does have 29 points in diamonds. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And we can change it. I know typically we see our scapolites leading off in the white gold. If you would rather have that, that is a-okay. We're happy to do that for you. But rose gold would be fine too, but it's a really important stone. You've got some very vibrant colors there. You see how clean it is. And I showed you, it was a couple of days ago, I showed you a scapolite that was actually a cabochon, and it had those really kind of red-brown colors. That's where usually scapolite is hanging out, in that red-brown type of colorway, not in these purple blues or these violets or these periwinkle colors. So that's a totally different deal. That's why we love them. That's why they were collected. That's why they were set aside so many decades ago. And now they've started to come out just in our great designer jewelry here to share them with you, because obviously it's a little more difficult to see scapolites like that across the world. I would say scapolites are pretty tricky to find anywhere, so let alone in that best of the best color. But this one, blowout time is here. It's not going to be that 3888. We're going to do better. And then we'll get to the Paraiba pendant, which is, I still think, one of the best best values of the entire show tonight, but this one's going to be $1,499 instead of $3,888. So big value there. And of course, a nice way to see it in the yellow gold. I think that's nice too, to see it in the yellow for you. And then don't forget about that trillion Congolese, that blue green, bright as could be. I mean, really stunning. And then I've even got some previews of what you're going to see this weekend on the show. We'll preview a few things for you, and we'll do some auctions. You know, that's what we've really missed over the last couple of weeks, our auctions. I've got some ideas of what we could do in auctions to start really low, and we may actually get one going here in this first hour in a couple minutes. So get ready for that. And then is anybody ready for new hoop earrings? I know that some people, I've not met a gal yet who just really stops at one. They're kind of like the potato chip theory, where it's really tough to stop at one. If you love hoops, you love them, and you tend to have a collection. Well, I've got a new pair that is something very, very special. Look at this. This is new tonight, and yes, I think very appropriate to the week. This is a ruby diamond combination. They feel so fun and festive and bright, but they're still the inside out style. So those are brand new here today, and awfully excited about those. So 7686 will be on the way for you, and that's going to be a very special ruby diamond alternating. So we've done this in rings before, even recently, but not in earrings. So looking forward to those in a little bit. And then here we go back to our wheel, because what I'm going to do is put down a couple of diamond pieces for you, and then we'll get to our Paraiba. But this one, super cool and very tough to do. I cringe a little bit inside when I see this design that way, because knowing that, you know, having worked with baguettes, and when you're working with baguettes and you're channel setting them, that's one thing. That would be a traditional baguette is a rectangle, so you can channel set them with ease. There's my almost like candlelight. I think that looks like candles in a way. And then we also have another ring. It's going to be a little trio here. But the baguettes, first of all, those are not standard baguettes. Those are tapered, and they have to be, because if you're going to create curves and flow like that, and those beautiful pear shapes as well, you have to work with tapered baguettes. And it isn't like there's an assortment and you dig in and you just set them. They all have to be specifically cut for those individual ways that they're set through that ring. So very challenging to do from a design perspective, that is for sure. Well, we've got 3 rings here, all gonna be the same price. They're all rooted in the 18 karat yellow gold here, but then you've got a choice of, do you want yellow and white? Do you want yellow and white in a more of a trio stack? Or do you want all white diamonds in a band? But either way, you're getting very, very important designer pieces that, again, 18 karat. So this would be a good time. These were developed a while ago by a great designer. So that's why they can't be changed in the gold color. If it was made here in-house, we can usually change it. If it's a designer piece, usually it stays as is, just as if you were shopping in a store. And yet these 3 are going incredibly low. And yes, a lot of diamond weight. And so you see you have 2 yellow diamond choices here. One's the marquise in the back left, which is going to be the lighter of the yellows if that's your preference. And then you have the darker of the yellows that are the trio of marquise cuts off to the right. And it just really makes it simple here, because with all the same price, I mean, honestly, one caller could get all 3 and have a really different selection of jewelry. So actually, I take that back. This one's 14K and the other 2 are 18. So 18 karat with the yellow diamonds, and then the 14 karat gold there. And then we've got, I'm going to walk you through some diamond weights so we can get familiar. We'll start here. This is the 39 point marquise cut in the lighter yellow. Then you have the white diamonds bezel set around it, and kind of creating a wider look here, but with a little negative space in the middle. So that's going to be the 39 on the center, 19 points on the sides. So you're going to have a really good look there, 58 points or so. Then you've got this, the band ring with all the baguettes, 99 points in baguette diamonds there in total, and they're all the white diamonds. Then if we go over here, the trio of the yellows are the marquise cuts. That's 104 in the, why does it keep saying? Oh, that's 104 total. So they've listed everything as just white diamonds here. That is a really big deal, because normally, I mean, anywhere you shop, you're going to pay more for a yellow diamond. These were not specified as yellow diamonds in the outer 2. So that's going to help you tremendously on this value, because where are you going to shop for yellow diamonds at the price of a white diamond? Well, the answer is TVON tonight, live on Wednesday, at a discount no less. Take a look. We're going to make these disappear just like magic, and you let me know which one you like, and we'll try them on as you ask for them. But how about a better price than this $39.99? Should be, would be, could be. It's going a lot lower than that, isn't it? And again, this one going to be that one lighter yellow. You see, that's more of a canary yellow. These are more of those vivid tones, whatever you happen to like. They're all beautiful on the hand because they're different. They're not basic band rings. This isn't your straightforward, oh, I have that, and I've had it for decades. No, they're all going to give their own little style and flair to them, but it's actually going to be a lot better than $39, $29, $19.99 is a really good value. I think even $14.99 is pretty special, but we're taking them lower than that. And one of a kinds all the way through the wheel. So do let us know which one you like first. And this would be really just, these are a couple pieces we have seen before. We're just going to knock them down in price because the truth is there is always going to be a little bit of material that throughout the last 11 days was not shown. There's always going to be some, if you will, pieces that were just, I mean, you know how busy we were with the request too. So we didn't get to show everything from the inventory as we wanted to. So the beauty of it is you get some discounts that I know exactly where these were supposed to be. And $14.99, actually they were going to be $13.99 plus you would have taken an additional discount. Well, that still would have been more than where I'm taking them tonight. So again, goes to show you we're staying in sale mode so you can get those values. Trios, whenever you see multiple pieces on a wheel together, just know that they are coming way, way down in price for you. And we're going to take it a lot lower than even $1,000. See, it is a great night to be shopping, and we're going to make them $999 per piece. You just let me know which one is your favorite, then we'll show you the Paraibas. In the pendant, if you liked that orchid that I flashed, it is a pendant with gorgeous round Paraibas, and we have a new Kunzite pendant as well. So we've got quite a few pendants and earrings that are new as well, including the earrings I showed you, turquoise pendant as well. We've got some big blue sapphire and diamond earrings that you will love. Let me start with this one. This is the 39 pointer in the yellow, and then the 19 points on the sides. That's what that looks like on the hand there. So you can see that's a lot of gold, and this one's one of the 18 karat, because when there's yellow diamonds, it's 18 karat. So that's option one. That'll be 39 plus 19, and we break it down so you know how big the center stone is. Here's the all white diamond version. This is the one that's in 14 karat yellow. It's 99 points in diamonds, and boy, are they sparklers. There's something about those tapered baguettes. Baguettes are wonderful anyways. They act like mirrors, but to get the tapering, it just plays because they're all a little bit different cut. So they play a little differently in the light. So that one's 99 points. That is going to be your big diamond weight there. That's still second largest diamond weight to this one. This one's got the largest diamond weight overall. That's 104, including the yellow and the white. And it kind of creates like a triple kind of look here where you've got three lines and then another. So it's really like four bands, but in that bypass style. So that's also $999. You simply let me know which one you like and we'll help you out there. And that's going to be it. Jason, do you have any questions on any of those three? Not yet. Take them all if you love them. $9.99 is the way you do it. All right, so then coming up, we're going to give them 30 seconds to be on our way. Lots to show you tonight. Which one? Okay, we have two of them. So do you like the left or the right? Just be, okay, that one is gone. Congratulations, your number is 1127133. Thank you so much. Two left. The all white diamonds at 99 points and the yellow diamond marquise with the white diamonds around it, which is that 39 point center stone. It's a really good size center stone there. On the yellow, that would be your largest individual yellow diamond of the bunch. Now, speaking of, there's actually a marquise yellow diamond earring pair that's also here tonight. I'm going to show you the Paraiba pendant. This one is going to fly. There's something very, very elegant and designer about this. And one of the more complex in workmanship of everything I can show you here tonight is right here. And I'm holding it sideways because where I'm holding it on the left side of your screen is actually the top of the pendant. But I like to get you the most up close and personal view because it's always important to see the detail, the design, the workmanship. This is item number 1124530. Those are three beautifully matched Paraibas. I love the idea of, again, we see threes a lot in decor, but many, many, many other as well. So you see the threes really make sense. And to that end, there's also three bigger diamonds. So the statement of the orchid here is really about the trio on the trio. You get the Paraiba trio, you get the diamond trio. They're set up. Do you see how they're separated from what is a concave petal pave design, which is 110 in diamonds? And look at the fold over design. Every which way, folding over those corners, doing pave. Look at the inside there. Look at the inside. They could have left that blank. They did not. A dimensional piece like this that's going to be on the neckline is going to be seen from all different angles. So you want those designer details. You want those elements. You want it to look great from every single profile look you can get. And yet the finishing is also, even if you were looking at it in reverse, it still looks good and more importantly, feels good. So this one was $49.99. The hidden bail, let me show you how it's going to look from afar, because the hidden bail is going to be on that larger side, if you will, so you can see how it's going to be almost almost like a very angular piece where this side's more flat and this side bows out. That's going to be on your right, by the way, just so you know. This is going to be more straight up and down. That's going to sit on the left side of your body, and then that's going to be, and I just like to point that out because things are reversed on TV, so just want you to know what to expect when you get it at home. And it is 25 points in those bright, beautiful, round neon Paraibas. Let me get you a look at the size here and the length, because that's important as well, because there is a lot of gold going on, and that means, look at that, 1 inch. It just means that all your jewelry that you shop for, it's going to be more and more and more valuable as you wear it, which is always the case with fine jewelry. But again, just with the foundation for this jewelry being gold, you got a lot to enjoy as far as this whole idea of, you know, let's take a piece that, you know, you've got a huge discount on and look at that from a distance away. Isn't that spectacular? There's something about those Paraibas too. That bright turquoisey color just works so well with other things. And I mean, all other things, all other colors, all other elements, all other ideas. It really does work. So you can see the size. It's really a good size. Let's go back to the wheel here as well and get you a better value. Thank you. Oh, good. We have a request for Sandra. Sandra, we've got your request coming up, but let's do this one for a better price because this is about as designer as it gets. Stays in the white gold unless you can wait a little bit longer. We could always do it in yellow. I think you're living right with the white gold, though. I think that really makes sense to me, and I love the cutouts. It really is emulating Mother Nature's really, I think, most complex floral, which is the orchid. And let's make it even easier than even $2,000. What just happened? $19.99, not staying there either. It is a serious, serious value. And when we're talking about Paraibas in rounds, that's a big deal. And I thought, again, this isn't stipulated here, but they're definitely giving a Brazilian Paraiba vibe. Usually when we see the smaller Paraibas like this, they're out of Brazil. I think, again, nice that it's not priced that way because it's going to be a big value already. Let's take it even further below that, and let's make it $1,888 only. Plus, we have a Congolese coming up, which is Sandra's request, so it'll show you the similarities and the differences between the Paraibas and the newer find from the Congo. So that's going to be $1,888. What a value that is. That's an important piece right there. And then we'll keep on moving. We do have the a new Kunzite as well, in a pendant also. So my pendant lovers are in for a treat tonight, no doubt about it. Here comes the Congo. Let's get you a beautiful cushion cut stone. And it is, you know what this would look beautiful with, and I know this one sits a little odd because, well, it's got a hinge between the angel wing design that's up top, but you really see the difference between this one and, let's say, the Trillion that we saw to start the show is this 406 is, well, first of all, it's huge. It's 4672. It's a 406 cushion cut, has 29 points in the angel wing design of pave, but it also is holding that stone where it's so pretty on, and you'll see that here. And this was a $39.99 piece. Let's take a look at it here from a distance. I like to make sure you know what to expect here, get an idea of the size before it arrives home, so it can really give you kind of again, just really showing you what it's all about. 1 inch top to bottom, and then you see the pave and the angel wings, but look at this from a distance as well. So that is, again, really nice ample sizing, just like we saw with our Paraiba piece, and beautifully, beautifully done. And that is pretty much the identical color to what we saw in those rounds a minute ago, isn't it? Same kind of color, same kind of blues and greens with maybe like a 60-40 green to blue there on this Congolese. And again, if one day we find out they do indeed have copper, well, you just have more that you saved and more collectability. Let's make it even better. Let's do it, same price, $1,888 as our last Paraiba pendant. So if you want either of these specialty blue-green tourmalines, different sources, but again, very, very, very rich and important stones. And we know when we see those colors, any jewelry and gem lover knows those blue-greens are usually indicative of some of the most important material out there today. And that is certainly, it was still the buzz. And you know what? In Tucson just this past week, it wrapped up on Saturday, the big show did, and it went on for 6 days, and it wrapped up, and I can speak on Monday and Tuesday of last week when it was, when you really kind of take the pulse of what's happening and what everybody's looking for, it's still Paraiba. It has been since the early 90s. It is number one on everybody's wish list and want list and need list. And yet, guess what? Didn't see hardly any of it sold. Once again, it was one of those things that was meant to be on display at different exhibits to literally draw people in. If you approached that particular vendor about the cost of that Paraiba showing in their display case, they would say the same thing. Oh, that's not for sale. Yeah, no kidding. It's been going on that way for years, where people who even have the stones, and that's their business and their livelihood, are not letting them go. So if you've got something similar like a Congolese, you take advantage of it. And Sandra, that's for you. All right, next up, let's get to a yellow sapphire. We're going to change up the colors here. I know we've been seeing those gorgeous blues and greens. Let's take a look at this beautiful, vibrant, and about as rich as it gets. And really, it feels like a very modern setting style. This is going to be 112-6852. Stays in platinum this time around. And don't forget, we got some pendants there for you. And then don't forget about those last couple of rings that we had on the trio with the diamonds as well, because you can have, it looks like we've got one of those left. But here we are with our yellow sapphire. It's going to be 112-6852. It's a platinum piece with a carat 16 yellow sapphire that, again, there's a lot of range, just like a yellow diamond. They can go from very barely there yellows, very light, very canary, to more vibrant, almost marigold colors. And I don't say that to indicate there's any orange here, because there is not. There's really no orange present in this stone. This stone is a true vibrant yellow. It's really pristine and bright, and it's very clean as well. But an important stone being that it's over a carat. And any sapphire, blue, pink, orange, all of them, if you get over a carat, you're living right. So you got a carat 16 here with 6 points in diamonds. They're on the one side over here, and then that's a lot of platinum, like a triple wave design, scallop detail, and we'll make this one, first caller can have it. It's a real simple, easy deal. And you see, that's a proof of how saturated it is when you see how the tip of the pear and the base of the pear actually have a slightly different hue. It's almost like Mother Nature ombre'd this individual piece of rough, and then the cutter took advantage of that. And because of that cutting as well, it's emphasizing those details of having a nice, really bright, saturated color, which again is important in sapphire, because like the pinks and like the blues and like the purples, the bigger saturation you get, the more highly valuable it is. So you've got that here, and it's a $19.99 piece, but feels a little bit more modern because, again, a lot of asymmetry here. That beautiful wider band on one side, you can see that on the hand there to give you an idea of what that's all about. And yet it's going to be only, I was going to do $9.99. Let's make it even easier. One caller takes it. Yes, we're dealing with a lot of one-of-a-kinds. That has not changed. But here we go. That's going to be $888. That's it. So simple and easy and affordable. And yes, actually, that is the most affordable yellow sapphire we have to share with you. And don't forget, Demantoids by the yard in a bracelet. So you talk about people with Demantoid bracelets. There are probably, I would not be an exaggeration to say that only probably a couple people in the world have a Demantoid with or a bracelet with a Demantoid in it. We have got one that's going to give you a lot of Demantoids from the Russian source we love, and yet there are going to be 4 stones, actually take that back, 5 stones to make a bracelet for you, which is also a really great gift idea because we put all the classic links in one. So let's keep moving. We got that big yellow diamond. Don't forget about that one. And by the way, I'm doing better than the $30,000 price. And yes, it is $671 in diamonds. So you'll be seeing that. I'm going to pop that on my hand here. I can't deny I've only got probably a maximum of 2.5 hours more to wear it, because you have no doubt, I don't have a doubt that it's going to go tonight with that big diamond weight it has. That was $76.79 if you missed it earlier. It's that $671 in diamonds, the big yellow center, and then the massive 3 rows, and then yes, the double halo. $370, that would be the largest white diamond mounting we've had ever. So big deal there, and yet it's going to be even less than $29,000. I'm thinking if we've got some callers, and we do, already talking about it, thinking about it, saying, okay, did I hear her say that she's entertaining the idea of bringing it down to even a smaller price tag? And the answer is absolutely yes. If you love it, you can give me a call, and we're going to help you own this piece, and I will keep on dropping that price, because I would so love for somebody to own this and have it out to you in the next couple of days, so you can just rave about it and love on it and wear it every single day if you want. If it's your special occasion piece, great. But I just think if you have something like that in your collection, it's going to be really, I would say it would take a lot of discipline to not reach for that ring and put it on your hand every day. It's that kind of good. But let's take a look at it and get you a better price than even $29,000 or even $25,000. I am truly blowing this out. You can own it for $24,999, and that is the monster diamond piece that we have ever. I mean, we just don't get better than that. And yes, 3-carat diamonds I've had. And they'll have maybe a carat or a carat and a half in diamonds around them, not $370. This is really tremendous. And I just knocked $5,000 off that price. Keep in mind, had I left this $300,000 piece at the tax price, approximately, and I say that because we live in Los Angeles, so I just go on that figure. Everybody's got a different percentage of sales tax depending on where you live. I'm going to go off that just 10%-ish. I brought a $300,000 ring to $30,000. We have now just instantly, and keep in mind, even just a couple of days ago, if that was 10 or 11% off, what would you have paid? you would have had $3,000 off. I just took more than that off the price to make it under $25,000. And again, we can make this happen for you. If that's the dream ring, which can be right out to you, we can size it, we can get it right out to you. It's 18 karat two-tone, stays as is. But that ring just got knocked down another $5,000 off. So I want you to have some time to consider and think about it, but also keeping in mind there's only one. So when it's gone, it's gone. And then we do have the conch pearl as well that's new. I do have a big conch pearl. It's actually a 3-carater as well. So we brought out some real special collectibles here tonight as usual. Don't forget about that yellow sapphire. The Kunzite pendant is going to be here as well. And then I say, let's just do something wild here. I've got a really, really beautiful Morganite. And it happens to be, if you've never shopped around here for Morganite, well, a lot of the time you're going to see the really gorgeous peachy colors. But every now and then we'll dive into what is called the pure pink diamond pink of Morganite, which are only here specialty collector stones from a true private collection here that have been in the collection for a lot longer than TVON's been around. Because again, there's been 6 generations straight of collecting. That's the thing. So it's not about, let's just take stones that we bought this week at Tucson. We're exhibitors there. TVON exhibits and not finished jewelry, loose gems, because that is the core foundation of this company, is the loose gemstone trade. And every bit of it, from the mining to the cutting to the, obviously to the distribution, and has been supplying, again, jewelry stores with gemstones, both common gemstones that we don't even show here on TV, but also we keep the TV to the boutique level, which is really the exotics, as you know. It's pretty much everything you see. And that is why when other stores may get the Morganites, and if they do, they have those lighter peachy blush tones, we like to bring the true pure pinks like you're seeing right here. And that's where we differentiate. So that's going to be 112-6534. So truly, when you watch the shows, you're getting jewelry that's of a more exotic nature and collectible nature than even what you would see go out to big design houses. And that's really the fun of it. So we have a beautiful true pure pink here. It's also going to be a carat 82, but then added this beautiful starburst of pink and white diamonds that alternate around it, and then go down the sides as well with the white diamonds. So it's giving that pink diamond element, and that's the proof right there. The proof, look no further than the setting itself. You've got the pure pinks of the Morganite, which normally Morganite would clash a little bit with the pink diamonds, or the pink diamonds would just be kind of an addition. Here it's really a match. It's really that beautiful matching, because that is what you get when you get into the pure pink colors, not the peachy tones. There's no orange to this Morganite. There's no peach color. There's no yellow. This is all about that pure pink. And you see how it intensifies? We talked about this with the yellow sapphire. The pear shape's doing it here as well. Intensifies into rich pink colors when you're at the tip of the pear, the base of the pear, and we're going to go ahead and send it out. And here's how we do it. The diamond weight on the pinks is it's 30 points on the pink and 35 on the white. They swapped it out, the order. So here's where you're getting 65 points total. Again, that starburst, which also I may point out is a little bit different sizes. They start smaller and get bigger. So they're fanning out and giving you some really, really big pink diamonds. And then they do this almost subtle overlap over the sides, which is really pretty. And that is very special as well. So you see it just kind of carries over that rose gold. Then here's your great finishing as well. You've got some basket work, elevates the entire piece. What do you say we discount it? No, let's do better. That's what we've been doing. Discounting, I've been doing that for the last 42 minutes. Here we go. This is going to be about, I'm going to step back. I'm going to say, let me take a break from my job. And I'm not going to price it, because if I did, it would be $4,999. Those additional pink diamonds, and the fact they get bigger and they get more elevated in size as they flare out, is really where the high value is. What I'm going to do here is make you in charge. And we're going to find out who's out there tonight on this Wednesday looking at brand new, getting you really big values, continuing at these event prices, getting you the best of the best, but it's not going to be $49.99 after all. We're going to go significantly lower than that. It's up for you to decide, but here's what I'm going to do. We're going to start at a price tag that you couldn't do the basic gold for. And that's the beauty of it, because a $5,000 ring, it's based on the gold, the pink diamonds, the white diamonds, the Morganite, and the labor to put it together. So those are really the 4 factors that are going into this. And the fact that there are so many different diamond elements and so much gold that has to anchor that piece and really be your foundation for it. Here's what I'll do instead of $49.99. We're going to auction it off. And we're going to give you, obviously, you get your money back return privileges on the auctions as well. The increments are going to be teeny tiny so that even as we get rocking with a lot of different shoppers dialing in, you still have a great chance to pick it up for less money. Come on over and let's do better than that $4,000 to open or $3,000 to open or even, I don't know, $2,000 seems about right to me. But we're looking at already less than half of where it is supposed to be. And yet, I got a better idea. Let's take it even lower than that to get this gone, and you are automatically getting in on the opportunity to own the most precious Morganite out there, which is always precious. All Morganite is. It's a very highly valued stone. It's got a lot of worth to it, especially in the pink colors, which are nowhere else but here. And basically, it looks like you're wearing a pink diamond, and that's because you see right there with the pink diamonds on the side how that looks together. It's not going to be $2,000 to start. We want to get these lines rocking. Let's do it. Here's the other way to wear a pear shape as well. I would like to put it on both ways so you can see no matter what you like to do at home, you've got that option. But it's not going to be $2,000. Or 19 or 18 or 17 or even 1,600. A total of 65 points in the diamonds. The pink diamonds are really fabulous and very, very rare. I might add, we're going to make this better than even 1,600. Let's start at $1,500 to get it going. And then there will be only a $10 increment. It's good to have an auction opportunity because it gets us away from that $5,000 should be price, takes it a lot lower, and again, you're automatically getting into something very rare on so many different levels, from the color of the Morganite to the pink diamonds that are with it, to the white diamonds that also do that smaller to larger graduated size that makes it so very special. And it's 1,500 open. Let's give it 60 seconds to get that one started, and then we will be proceeding one way or the other. We either sell it or it stays, but the one thing that it cannot be is lower than $49.99, except for this kind of format. So that's what allows us to get you a better price. And then we've got some Brazilian Paraiba coming up in a necklace as well. So a lot of necklaces and earring varieties already tonight. We do have that big Ammolite deal. We've got the new mountings coming up, like this one. Anyone want an Ammolite? That's a very, very pretty stone. That Ammolite with that new mounting. We have a Tanzanite in a brand new mounting. This one's been saved for some time. This mounting was a little complex to create, and you'll see why. So it's one of our holdovers on the Museum Reserve because we were waiting on the mounting to be completed and finally ready to go. So looking forward to that. Plus we have a Padparadscha that is certified, and it is a really beautiful stone, and it's unheated. So there is a 2 carat 85. You don't see many stones like that. That is a Padparadscha sapphire, and it's certified as such by the AIGS. So no open on that one. Let's move on. Got a big Kunzite pendant for you and some turquoise earrings that are really affordable. And these are dangle drops with a kind of like a mobile or a chandelier style. And that's not something we see all the time in turquoise. So let's get you a look at those. I'm going to start with them on the hand because with the movement they have, probably the best way to see them is right here. So take a look at these. These are also very, very unique, and they have this fun flirtiness to them because they have so much movement to them as well. This is going to be our 112-3016, and there are diamonds to start. So it starts with a hoop, and then it ends with these gorgeous links, and a total of 4 different links. So love when they run all really, again, kind of perpendicular to each other. So you have front-facing turquoise beads. You have diamonds in the links that are going to be up top and through the center. And that's $259 of your Sleeping Beauty in those stones. So again, you're still getting a lot of carat weight here. And of course, turquoise, so good with every color. Really, truly that pop of color we like to see. And they have a nice length. They're definitely more, a little more lengthy than we typically see. And you see there that they are going to be 1 3/4 inches right there. And then they have a click closure for the post. So it's a hoop to start. And you can see there's actually going to be a hinge. And they just literally open up like a hoop would. And then they click closed. So it's really simple and easy. Yes. Oh, does she want to go back to the Morganite? We can do that. Let me get the turquoise earrings gone really quickly, and then we'll go ahead and we'll return back because we've got some action on the Morganite auction. So we love auction action. It just came a little late. We'll do this one for yellow gold only, by the way, on this pair. Yellow gold, that's it. And the diamond weight is 20 points. So you do have a good diamond weight there, but it's really about the turquoise and the matching of those turquoise. And we'll do this for $9.99 if you'd like them. And they're in the yellow gold. So stay as is. They'll be right out to you. There's that beautiful movement they have. It definitely is quite a bit longer than most earrings that we do. Even when we do drops, they're usually about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. So this is getting you closer to that 2-inch length, which is awfully nice. And then we've got, is it Scarlet you said? It's a pretty name. It's a very pretty name. We'll go ahead and show that Morganite yet again because it sounds like we may have the open there. So $9.99. And has she shopped with us before, Jason, or is she new? Yeah? Perfect. Well, we'll go back to this Morganite. Something to consider here. Now we do have the open. So now it's going to come down to this. First caller gets it, except now we have the open. But it doesn't mean it's too late. That's the beauty of this. But given that we've got the open, it's not going to stick around for another airing or presentation at some later date. It is here now, and it's going now. Today will be the day. So hopefully you're excited about some pure pink Morganite that you're seeing here. Maybe this is going to be your little Valentine's treat to me, from me. That's a good idea too. Obviously, I think a lot of us are thinking pinks and reds this week. So here's where you get it. And of course, that true rarity that pink diamonds are, and add to this pure pink Morganite. And that's what's so special. This is still a Barrel family gem, but they don't usually come in that color. So let's go. We've got 1,500. We do have the open. So we return to it. We got a little delayed open here, but we are now ready to give it a clock, a 2-minute clock, as a matter of fact, and we'll see who would like it. But again, you have to go ahead and dial in within the 2 minutes, because when the 2 minutes is over, the auction will be as well, and the piece will be sold and spoken for. So it's go time on the Morganite, and it gives me a chance, while we're waiting our 2 minutes out here, we will also remind you, I'm going to put on the turquoise earrings so you can see those as well, so we can kind of go back and forth, give you all those opportunities as you need them. Try to ignore if you hear any alarms on my phone. I heard some of those alarms going off, so we're having severe weather here, so yeah, just don't panic. It's here on our end. I know sometimes when you hear those on TV, they can be a little panic-inducing, but it's here on our end. But we've got flooding and an atmospheric river. So that term is, yeah, again, sounds awful, but it's happening, and it is. It's pretty awful. But here we go, final call, and then I've got the turquoise. We'll show you next time for another look at those. But final minute, and where's Scarlett calling from there, Jason? She's in Texas. Wonderful. Probably no atmospheric river at the moment there. I know they get their set of severe weather, but probably a little drier than here at the moment. But here we go. Final call, 1,500. Final chance, $10 increments only. And Sandra, will you let us know if that Congolese tourmaline, I don't know if you asked for that specific design or if there's something else we can find for you. But if that was not what you were looking for, obviously we can try our best to help out there on that front. Always, I don't like when we never hear anything about requests. I just want to make sure we can always go back to the drawing board and actually design something for you. Usually that's the best course of action if we don't have something already here in stock. And people always, I think I have to always mention that when we say custom design something, there's no charge for that. We just make it like we would anything else and then present it to you, and if you like it, you take it. So we have no problem doing that for you. It's not like the fees you would incur if you went to your local jewelry store and said, please custom design me something. That is very intimidating to do. So here we are, last call. Sounds like it's going to Scarlett. Thank you so much. All right, so one open, one bid, great value there, and it's gonna be gone. So well done there. Thank you so much. That is sold. Now, Tony, do we have 1123016 again? I'll show the one here on the hand shot again, and then we'll show you what one looks like on, because these are the earrings that I know we wanted to get back to that auction when we had the open here, but also wanted to show them to you on here briefly as well, so you can see what they look like, just to see that kind of length and how that's going to look from a distance away, just to give you a little, for instance, there on that length and that movement that you will have with the turquoise in the yellow gold. Again, they stay in the yellow gold. They're down to only $999. So beautiful length there, and of course that circle into the pear shape, that really also makes sense, just the way they're sitting, and I think you see that now. You can appreciate the design elements that's so well thought out, so that the pear shape is at the base there, resting right beneath the jawline. So $999 if you like the turquoise earrings. We'll go back to our wheel, and I got to move that Morganite aside because that one's gone. And let's bring out the big, fabulous Kunzite pendant we have that is new right now. Here it is. This is a, wow, needs some cleaning as usual, but 1127670 is here, and then get ready, big top of the hour coming up in about 7.5 minutes. But here we are with the 878 in the emerald cut. Isn't this a fun way to set an emerald cut? Doesn't always have to follow the exact lines of the stone. In this case, you have the point of this bail. The bail is part of the design itself. Take a look at it on the hand, because I like to show you from afar. And then you can see it comes to this point, so the entire piece is more of a trillion. The emerald cut is more of a rectangle, so it's different. It's like geometry all coming together here in such a nice way. It's 1127670. It's going to give you the 878 Kunzite stone, so it's got a lot of size there There's your length. It's going to be 1 inch top to bottom. And that is also 5 points in diamonds. We have a great price tag on a brand new style here. Let me show it to you on, if I may, just to give you one more perspective on that, just to see that beautiful color you have. Step back to try and get in focus for you as well. But that's a very, very important color. And you can see the pinks, the purples. There's even a lot of blue coming through on this one. And yet, yes, this is also just, again, proof that in this darker lighting that I'm standing in, you really start to see the neon elements come through, don't you? Really beautiful neon elements that are happening all the way through the stone. You really see a lot of blues, a lot of violets, a lot of those intense lavenders, kind of like, I call it ultraviolet, because that's really how I describe the neons in that stone. And yet it's going to be under $39.99. Let's make it easy. Right here and now for the very first caller. There is only one. And we'll do this one. You know what? Let's make it even better than $1,500. Already more than 50% off. This is a fabulous way to shop a great value and get a nice big stone. $1,399. There's your extra $200 off on top of that. So great style. And then get ready. That big yellow diamond is, a lot of people are discussing it right now. So again, we have a lot of people. You know that we do yellow diamonds pretty frequently, but never a 3 carat with 370 in white diamonds. So I have a feeling that one's going to be going here tonight, no doubt, because with that value being where it is a strong value for that kind of diamond weight. Also, the Ammolite will be coming up, and the new Tanzanite, new design, as a matter of fact. Also have a heart-shaped yellow and some really pretty sapphire and diamond earrings. And if you have any requests, get those in. We're happy to help you there. So let's just pop in another pendant while we're on them. And this one, quite something here in very, very heavy, but this opal, oh my, the biggest and the best when it comes to a 903 Lightning Ridge black opal with this really intriguing pattern, plus a lot of diamonds yet again. So just want to pop that in for a look. If that's intriguing to you, we can try to bring that price down a bit from that $22,000 price tag that one's got. But then there are big time emerald earrings. We do have another yellow diamond for you that is going to be on the smaller side. And then here is a pair of earrings that I really wanted to show you, because this is got a brand new markdown here tonight. And this is the earring. Now, how would you like to see them that way? I'll start there, and then we'll kind of splay them out for you, because there is a very large marquise diamond happening above the square cushion. Okay, so that's important too. You've got a hoop to start, big diamond individually that's going to actually link up with the very top corner of your cushion cut square. So this is extremely important. It's 112-40-70, and yes, it is fabulous blue wing block D. And don't worry, you're going to get another earring. I was just thinking about showing you from a distance here first, so you can see the way that this drops, because obviously I want you to see the up close on the stone, but also I want you to see how they're put together. This is your hoop. There's your bigger marquise. Then you've got, I love that angle. That angle on that square cushion really makes a lot of sense. And then you've got this great length that it's going to be from top to bottom. It's 1 3/4 inches. So one of, again, our more dramatic earrings in all of our blue wing block D selection. There are very few left at this point. 1852 is a total carat weight. There's going to be 18 karat gold as well. I'm going to pop one on as you look at the close-up. The diamond weights are important as well, because you get 38 points in the marquise cuts. They're almost 20 points apiece, and then 14 points of the rounds. So it may not sound like a big deal, but those are really huge marquise cut diamonds. And this is what they look like from a distance away. Oh my goodness, the color, the saturation, the look, the wow, it's all there, all of it. And yet not tugging or pulling too hard at the ear, because it's a big earring, yet designed to be balanced in the ear. So it's not pulling, not uncomfortable at all. So you've got a very important piece here, and there's a new markdown. That would go well with this, don't you think? I think everything goes well with this. This yellow diamond ring, 671 in diamonds, and then here come the 19 karat museum reserves. Let's go back close up. So that's the marquise there. I just want you to see that, how that works with this, and I'll try to show them all the way stretched out like this, so you really can see a good look at that marquise cut. And the square cushion is going to act a lot like a round or a trillion. So if you like sparkle with all your neons, you're definitely getting that here. And yet, oh, really nice hinge backing. No actual interference with the post at all. So the post actually does not touch the hinge backing at all. I think that's very important, because if you've ever, you can just wear an earring once, and if it wrecks that post, then you're never going to have a secure earring from that moment forward. So here's the way you've got something that's just going to last forever. be that perfect closure, still easy to wear, but very secure. And yet it's going to be on its way. $24,999. That's where these started. Well, we've seen, I think if you're going to spend $25,000 tonight, you're getting the yellow diamond. That would be my recommendation. However, here's where we're going to take the $25,000 earring, make it significantly better for you. Make sure that they go. One of the more dramatic drops, yes. Is it for somebody who wants a little basic? No. This is definitely one of the more dramatic, well-designed, well-made earrings we've ever done in Blue Wing. However, it's also going to be better than even $20,000. This is where, again, another piece that should have been here during our sale. It makes sense to say, well, why would I buy it today, Lolo? Why would I ever do that? Well, because we didn't have a chance to show it to you. It'd be one thing if it was shown and it was discounted and then you got the opportunity. It never was shown during the event. So 11 days go by, no chance to show this. Now we get to show it. And the $19,999 price actually would have been marked down to $14,999. That's what would have happened. You would have taken 11% off. You save roughly, again, it went to $14,999. That was our sale price. Then we would have taken $1,500 roughly off that. I will get you an insanely good price here tonight for this pair of earrings. And again, the factor, what's really, really driving a big portion of the value here is not just the big Tanzanites. We know how valuable they are, but it's those big, important marquise diamonds, those fancy cuts that you have set up with the stones. We're not gonna do even $10,000. Simple. So now you're getting a better value. And it's because, again, I didn't have a chance to show them to you. So I brought out some of those pieces, and not only are we saying don't get the discount, let's just do better. Better than what you would have spent. Better, a better savings, a bigger deal, a bigger value. That's the beauty of what we're doing here tonight on these ideas. And yet it's not going to be even $10,000 or $99.99. Big value ahead right now, 18 karat solid white gold. Don't forget that there's almost 2 inches of gold there. So you can't discount the gold in an earring, meaning you can't ignore it. And it's also not going to be $89.99. So here's the value you've been perhaps waiting for, and it's only $8,888 when even at the sale event, I'll go ahead and calculate it right now because this is important. You would have paid $13,349 when all was said and done. Look how much we've saved you since that moment. You've got about $4,500 worth of savings beyond what you would have. And that is why, again, I love these kind of, I call them holdovers, but they're not really because we just didn't show it to you. Didn't have a chance. You saw it was like Request Central. At least I can speak for, again, what I did with you guys. It was Request, which one? Oh, congratulations on the Kunzite pendant. Thank you so much. I will put that aside for you. And don't forget, it seems like our pink gals are in full force today when you look at what's gone out today so far. So here we are. That one's going to be $88.88 for the pair. Beautiful chance to pick it up. We are at the top of the hour already, so I want to thank you for being with us. And don't forget Turquoise drops and everything else we got. But I'm in the mood for some brand new. What about you? So some brand new on the way. Hey, welcome everybody. Glad you're with us tonight. This is a Wednesday night here at TVON Live, of course. From Los Angeles, I'm Lauren Blair. This is going to be our big 2 hours that we have, and get ready for brand new. This is going to be a big, big night to see something you haven't seen before. And whatever it is you'd like to request, you're more than welcome to do that as well. But it's really that night where you kind of sit back and you say, let me see the goodies. What have you been working on? What's been going on the last 2 weeks? What's new? What's fresh? What's hot? What's different? And still, you want a discount, right? Of course you do. That's the whole deal. So here we are, looking at Ammolite on the way. Not only is this one of the rarest stones in the world, and it's one you don't hear a lot about. We all know about diamonds and alexandrites and things like that, Paraiba, some of the real, well-known stones. But the reason this doesn't get a lot of love, and especially if you're looking in a lot of gem books were actually, they were written many, many decades ago, and then they're just basically, re-editions, right? And very, very infrequently are they revised. This wasn't actually recognized as a formal or official gemstone until 1981, which was, a while ago, I admit. But it's also one of those things that it's one of those cases of you don't see it very often anywhere, so you might not be really well versed. You're not going to walk into a children's store and say, point me towards the Ammolite section. This is more important, though, than just a beautiful, rare gem. It's fossilized material from what would have been an organic stone. Now, I'm not going to call it that now because it's fossilized shell. But at one point, it would have been considered an organic gem because this is actually from the ammonite, which was a living sea creature in those prehistoric days. So now we have ammolite, which is the shell from inside that has been found and preserved and then of course brought to gem quality here with this gorgeous color. And again, most ammolites don't look like this. This is very special to have those colors playing through, and what amounting to really, I think, give us that what really fits. It's such an interesting and intriguing stone. I would say take an ammolite over black opal in a lot of cases, just because you don't have to actually see it from like one little moment to see one specific, you see the whole pattern all the time. Whereas with opals, you have to move them and shift them and see them in different lights. This is just showing up with the reds, the greens, and the blues. The item number is 1127,652. This is brand new right now. Everything about it is brand new. The stone is from our vault. So the stone is not brand new because it's the oldest stone I've got here to show you. 65 million years ago. Okay, that's when this creature was actually, really again doing its thing. And yet it is here in gem quality with this layer of clear crystal quartz that's over it. So again, that's still natural gem material as well. And it's going to be 7652, and that is a 210, and the whole ring is done in a brand new designer mounting. That also feels very much like organic. To me, it feels like we've got something of, I mean, you think about sea creatures, so you think about almost like sand, and you think about the ocean, and you think about different kinds of, different patterns that you see from the waves crashing on the shore. That really is what I think they're trying to do here with the stamped pattern that you have on one side, then the split shank on the other, the diamonds in pave rotating over one half, and then a couple of extras on the other side that are bigger individual stones. Everything about it is so cool. Let's try 7652. I know it's brand new, so we're back to work. Pieces coming up here brand new that are going to be 210 in the ammolite, 33 points in the diamonds, and a lot of workmanship. Very sophisticated to do these different styles. It's far from cookie cutter when you have two different looks and one side being asymmetric. So it's really, again, it's not just one basic ring where it's the same look side to side. It's actually got these beautiful, intriguing patterns to it. So love the fact it's wide gold too on one side, split shank on the other, really anchors it to the hand. Ammolite is rare. It is 33 points in diamonds. That's exactly a third of a carat. And we have it in white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. I think there's a richness with ammolite, having seen a number of them. I love seeing it in the yellow gold with that richness it has. Now also keep this in mind. The ammolites don't always look like this. I have not shown you many of the more traditional and standard. And again, it's rare all the time. Every single stone is. Let's all be thankful. If you have an ammolite, pat yourself on the back. Good going. It's a great collectible. But most of them do not look anything like this. They don't have the strong primary colors. They don't have these wide bands or swaths of color that look like, I don't say rainbow usually because it doesn't really have all of those colors, but it's really the primary reds, greens, and blues. So I've always likened it to just when you're out, whether it's somewhere where if you're on the coast or if you're on vacation or wherever you are, if you're by the water or you're somewhere coastal, you're probably seeing what I call the land meets the sea meets the sun. And that's really the idea of sunset horizon, looking out from maybe green shores or grassy cliffs with some greenery, and then you see the beautiful blue water, and then of course the sun setting on the horizon. That's really nonstop with this stone. It does not cease to exist in those big, bright colors. That's what's so special about it. Take a look at it. We've got a 210, and it's going to be a really, really rare one to own. And if you don't have one and you like a lot of color and you like, specialty history, I mean, it's kind of, again, you're having fossilized shell into your collection that is still of this gem quality, only been found in Alberta, Canada, as the description tells you. But it's actually supposed to be this $35.99. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's go zero to start, $100 increments is huge out there. No reserve auction, zero to start, fabulous new, and yes, the wave of diamonds on the side. Just everything about it for being as unique and specialty. And we talked about, I said that I'll custom design you something. This looks like you went and sat down with an artist. You had this stone. It's your precious, your valuable, and you said, let's create something truly one of a kind for this gem. That's what you're doing when you're inviting a look like this. Look at that. There's that side split shank to really anchor it. Here's that big, bold pave rim. Here's the extra, the 3 diamonds on the other side. And no open yet. Well, guys, I can't tell you anything but great value ahead. Great value is happening tonight, and I'm not going to, let's not mince words. You're not going to have a lot of competition. That's all there is to it. You're not going to have a lot of competition tonight. You make the call and you put in a bid. Put in your top bid, whatever you think the gold deserves. What do you think the gold deserves, the diamonds deserve, the Ammolite deserves? We have $100, and that's it so far. $100, welcome in to a Wednesday night where I'm going to do a lot of auctions tonight because I don't know about you, I've missed them the last week or two. And we already have 100, so we're looking for 2. Do we have 2? We have 300 over here. Thank you, Tim. Tim has $300. And we're looking for 4 more, and you can go in and put your best bid possible. 400, thank you. 500 over here, thank you. We have 5 bidders right now, and a couple of you waiting on hold. We will not end the auction until we get you in, so don't hesitate. But that is a wild ring, and I got to try it on because it's our first time seeing the design. So let's make sure, it's bigger and bolder than you thought, isn't it? I think so. 600 over here, and that is a lot of gold, where gold is kind of pricey. I was thinking it would be like mid-year when it hit 3,000. Didn't take all that long, did it? Right. And again, you've got a beautiful ring that I'm letting you determine the price. You're going to pick your own price. You don't have to pay attention to anything. Not the rarity of the stone, not the quality of the diamonds, not the amount of gold. We're at $600. Okay, and I know it's a mounting we've never seen before, so that always is going to be challenging. 700? Thank you. $700 over here has been bid. We are slowing down a bit. All those people that were waiting on hold, they are no longer waiting on hold. Everybody who's so far wanted to get in is in. And we only so far have $700 to speak of in this incredible designer ring, which is new right now. So what is going on? Well, I don't know. Except for that we have $800 from Tim right now, just came in live. This is a live auction. All you do is call us up. This is obviously a ring that's $35.99. That's a should-be price tonight. That's the price I'm literally supposed to give you tonight, and that's that, said and done, that's it. Obviously, I know transitioning out of a lengthy sale, I know we have to do some different things. And I remind you that if this had been on, let's say, yesterday's show, it was $35.99, you would have saved $360 or so, but it still would have been over $3,000. Now you're making up your own price, which is turning out to be a lot better method here, isn't it? Because we're not going to have a lot of people participating at this moment. And certainly so far, we've had about 6 of you, but we're at 8. Did we have 9, by the way? Oh, I heard that. Okay, $900. So we wanted to confirm, we have $900 over here, and we're going to give it a final 2 minutes. If that doesn't just set your heart aflutter a little bit, we're near the end of the auction, when there is obviously no reserve, because if there was a reserve, I wouldn't be able to sell it, because we haven't yet recouped the cost of the gold by itself. And that's probably, I would say, fairly obvious to anybody who knows what's going on with the jewelry world right now, and the gold world, and the metals market, and Ammolite's pretty valuable on its own front. And all of this is happening for $900. Now, Jason, your caller is? Constance. Hi, Constance. Thank you so much. We're going to look for a final 2 minutes. And then it's over. It's $100 increments only. The fact we are not at over even $2,000 or $3,000 right now is staggering. And it just goes to show you that this is where earlier part of the evening, not a lot of participation yet, and now we're seeing a no reserve auction take place. Somebody's owning the ring. Will it be you? All that you have to do to make that determination is simply dial that phone number within the next 2 minutes. You dial on the early side. We give you 2 whole minutes because there's a delay. So you want to get in on the earliest side possible. That way you ensure you're in to place your bid, but we are looking for only $1,000. And here it is. Again, that beautiful look. I think we got to see it on the hand again because it is. It's a brand new mounting. And if you think that's an easy mounting to make or doesn't involve a lot of gold, or by the way, you can change the gold color. So if you want to do white or rose instead, you can. But that is a value. And look at the colors. It never ceases to show the red, the green, the blue. The sea meets the land meets the sea meets the sun is usually what I say, because look at that beautiful look that you have when you've got all those bright colors and they happen all at one time. It's not a little speck of color here and then move it and see another color. It's all the same beautiful striped effect you're getting throughout that stone. And yes, there will be a little bit of a golden color where the green meets the red. Usually that happens. It is happening on this stone here. You see that there. See how it looks a little yellow and bright yellow golden? We're looking for $1,000 only, and we have just a little over a minute to go. And yes, we have Russian Demantoids in a bracelet. And yes, we have some wild, wild opportunities here tonight to take advantage of. So simply just give me a call and we can obviously help you out. If you are wanting to get in, well, the next bid would be $1,000 only. That's far too little for a ring. made like this. And I think, well, like so many times, I think we're probably looking at the only time we see this mounting, because obviously once you do it something like this, it's going to be tough to bring it back out at $4,000 or $5,000. Thinking about what it would be in a different type of stone. This is incredibly special and yet very, very rare and collectible. Most people don't know what Ammolite is, let alone own it, and own it in such a beautiful designer style ring. So this is pretty fabulous, and we'll do it for 20 more seconds. We'll see if anybody else wants to jump in. The no reserve situation is really advantageous to you, because obviously I would never be able to sell this. Usually you would set a reserve somewhere near cost. Well, if you think the cost is near $900, oh, I wish we could make jewelry like that for $900. I don't know about you, but I'd own a lot more jewelry if we could make jewelry like that for $900 in today's day and age. And even, you know, if you've been shopping for 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 60 years for fine jewelry, you know that if you went back in time decades ago, that would be tough to accomplish a value like that. So do we have $1,000, anybody? Do we have it? We'll take one last look at the ring. I'm a little bit stunned right now at this, this value that's happening live, but here we are. Yes. Okay. Well, I kind of did tell you everything I can tell you about it. Ammonite was a sea creature back in the dinosaur days. I know this sounds like you know, like show and tell kitty stuff, but it's true. There was an ammonite that only existed in that era. And its shells were found at later dates in Alberta, Canada, where it was basically fossilized shell of that ammonite. And this is the end result. Now, this is the gemmiest quality of that. What they do, if I show you this, so Kim says, I don't even know what the stone is, please tell. So if you see there's that layer of crystal quartz. That's also gem material over the shell. And then, of course, this is considered, it was recognized officially as a gem in 1981. You just really have difficulty finding it anywhere else. Do we have $1,000? And I hope that helps. Obviously, I could go on, but I only get an hour and 45 minutes left with you. But obviously, it is a fascinating stone. It's basically, so we're talking about fossilized material that goes back 66 million years ago. Now, I actually, I saw some folks in Tucson that were selling Ammolite, and it had no resemblance whatsoever to what I'm showing you. It looked like, okay, not to be crude, but it looked like a snail's shell. Brown and kind of that pattern, that kind of coiled pattern in browns and beiges. Have you seen those? Because that's usually how it looks. So this is like that ultra gem variety. All right, it's probably sold. I just want to clarify if you're not familiar with the stone. So hopefully if you've seen it, you're going, oh yeah, I have seen that. It's usually brown with some kind of little kind of veiny pattern to it, to just kind of put it in simple terms. Anyway, do we have $1,000, yes or no? Got it, sold, all right, bye-bye, it's gone. Let's move on. We got some big emerald earrings here. I do have new sapphire and diamond earrings as well. These are awfully nice, look at that. Big, big, big starburst earrings there. Yes, they are, they're beautiful. So they're coming up as well, it's a large earring. We do have the quick look at this Padparadscha. And again, AIGS has put together a cert for you on this incredible rare sapphire, which is unheated. It's 112-4796. And there will be a full cert that's coming with it that's actually not only telling you it's Padparadscha, but that it's unheated Padparadscha in 2 tones of gold, rather platinum and 18 karat gold. So 2 tones of metal to clarify. That's platinum where you see white metal, and that's gold where you see the 18 karat. And then of course it's got like the foundation of 3 rings together, but it's going to be a 285 unheated Padparadscha with 57 points in diamonds. And there is a brand new markdown that once again is coming even lower than it would have been on sale. And that is something I appreciate. So you can get some of these really important pieces. Now this is actually Madagascar material because the actual origin is listed here. The AIGS has photographed the entire ring. And then they've got their signatures of, you know, who did that. And then, of course, that means who actually did the evaluation. And then here you go with the date, the gram weight of your platinum and 18 karat, the oval, the faceted. It's a 6.7 by 8.2, orangey pink Madagascar natural. This is really important. It is a comment, and it's a good one. No indications of heating. So very, very important. So you get all this workup of this great piece. Now the diamond weight is also 57 points. There are some bigger diamonds there, certainly central to the stone there next to it. And then we also have this great value, $13,999 is where it began. I really, truly, I gotta say I appreciate the cutting so much. it's an oval, but it's looking almost as if it's a round because it's really bright. It's glistening and gleaming almost as if a round cut would. This one's a teeny little size right now, but I'm gonna force it on anyways. It's a nice heavy ring. There's a lot of feel, a lot of weight and heft to it. I like that it's two-tone because it's gonna go with everything else. If you're like, you know, a lot of us where we wear different colors of metals and we like the rings to be ones we can wear a lot and tie it all together. I think that'll accomplish that. And here it is, up close and personal, and no longer 10,000 or 99, 89.99, 79.99. It's going way lower than even the sale price of $69.99. That would have been, of course, about $700 off. It's actually going lower than that. It's not even $59.99, and that is one mighty fine and large. But it really is, when it comes to these sapphires, the size is important, the color is extremely important, but also to get an unheated stone that is as rare as Padparadscha is, very unusual to find them in that unheated variety. That really is setting the stone apart. And incredible mounting. We'll make it $4,999 only for that one. So it went and skipped over the $59.99 that I mentioned, and it's going to $49.99 for you, and a huge value. And don't forget, if you have requests, get them in. Love to hear what those are. Throughout the evening, we've got a new designer Tanzanite. I haven't even shown it yet because I feel like when I do, you're just going to say, just show me that. There's a new design, a brand new mounting, whole new concept for Tanzanite tonight. And that's why it's the only museum reserve, I think, at this point you haven't seen yet. And so we'll show that to you. Well, look at this. This is awfully nice. I've got a pendant here that just so happens to have one of the longest chains I've ever included. And it looks to be a 22-inch chain. Wow. You don't see that every day, especially when it's free. Let me show you the pendant first, and then you're just going to get a fabulous chain with it. Take a look at this. This is Brazilian Paraiba right there in the middle, and then bigger diamonds the rest of the way. And then it's going to be a beautiful look here with this kind of, again, looks a little vintage, lacy kind of look here. Then you've got your bigger diamonds as well. This will be item number 1126879. And what a special piece this is. Fabulous idea here. And you've got a really lengthy chain here. It's going to be 22 inches in a box length. So let me just show you. That goes well on its way. And then it's going to have a spring ring closure, not adjustable on this one. So if you've ever needed to incorporate a larger chain into your collection, I think this is a great way to go because the chain is going to be free. And then here's what it looks like up close, because I want you to see that Brazilian Paraiba, because this is super important. It's just bright, as a totally different color than you see from any of the Mozambique or Nigerian stones. And it's going to be 1126879 platinum. Oh, look at that, 22-inch chain, my goodness. Diamonds that are bigger, 18 points there. And we just have the one, and I don't know, I'm not loving $39.99. I got to keep the sale going and just keep on marking things down. And quite frankly, love that when we can do discounts for you. But if it's $39.99 and you take $400 off, it's still going to be about $3,600. I am really, really on just a big, big, big kick here to this special week in particular. I really want to make some values happen for you. And this one, I want to show you the link too, because I didn't verify that. So I like to always, you know, give you the link here and then try it on. But look how beautiful, just seeing so much detail and designer open work. And then there you see the 1¼ inch with the bail. Here's what it looks like on the neckline, of course, just to give you a further away perspective of what that's all about. Such a really, again, there's a nod to the vintage there for sure. And I'll blow it out for you. The whole piece with the 22-inch chain. I wish I had 50 of them. I have one. That is it. Just one. Nobody's called yet. It's because you're going, oh, yeah. It's not going to be a deal. Oh, it's a deal. It's got to go. It's $999 for one huge Brazilian Paraiba. And don't get me wrong, a 7-point is a huge Brazilian Paraiba. So that is for one caller only, and you're getting a 22-inch box link chain with it. Yeah, that would be a struggle to get a chain like that for $9.99. We're throwing it in with the pendant for free. That is an awfully big value. Yes? Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate that. Thanks, Kim. Kim's in Tennessee, huh? Wonderful. Well, Kim, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And appreciate your kind words. That's very sweet of you. And this one's $9.99, and I'm not going anywhere till that goes, because that is just wild. You don't get a $4,000 piece for under $1,000. You don't get a 7-point individual Brazilian Paraiba for under $1,000. This is the OG source. This is the original. This is the one from 1989. This has an entirely different saturated neon hue than what you got out of Africa. And that's most of what we see. And they're lovely as well. Don't get me wrong, I collect them all. I think y'all should. But look how beautiful that is at $9.99. And there is a 22-inch chain that's coming with it for free. You just don't see that. Nobody would do something like that. We have a yellow diamond. You saw the 3 carat. That was brand new. I also have a carat 40. Then I also have a 1 carat. So we've got quite the options when it comes to the yellow diamonds here tonight. And we're getting close to the bottom of the hour. We're going to do some turquoise, some Demantoids by the yard. And also we have a new Tanzanite that's coming up. So we will look, and I'll give you your first preview of it coming up. But this is wild. $9.99 for platinum and a longer length chain. And listen, if you're saying, here's the problem, I only wear 18 inches or 16 inches or 20 inches. Okay, you probably have your chain that you love to use. This chain will come off that piece. You could go to your local jewelry store and say, here, you buy this chain. Or you could, better yet, what I would like to do is just what I usually do with pieces like that is I donate, right? Pass it down to the younger generations, a best friend, a girlfriend who doesn't have the longer chain. It's one of those things where you're getting the chain truly for free here. So to get 22 inches, if you've always been waiting on a longer length, this is the one to get. And you happen to get a Brazilian Paraiba and diamonds and a gorgeous pendant as well. But if you need to change out the chain, you can do that. So it's just, we like to have the piece be ready to wear. I never want you to have to go out and buy your own piece just to go with the new pendant that you just bought. So we just throw in that chain. But I'll tell you, it's such an advantage to get a longer length chain because that's what's really complex to find out there. And right now in the metals world, it's really, really expensive to find a 22-inch chain. What's that? This is the brand new Tanzanite tonight. Design, I know, I love this one. I'm thrilled it's here. I know it's a lot of money for Tanzanites right now, everywhere you shop. If anybody, I talk to a lot of our viewers here who are viewers that are actually viewers that are in the business, because a lot of our viewers are actually in the business and they watch to see what else is happening in the business. And just like if you were in any industry, if you were in the restaurant biz, you'd probably go check out other restaurants and see what they're up to, right? Just to kind of keep the finger on the pulse of what's happening in your industry. Well, a lot of jewelry industry folks watch this show as kind of the, if you will, the kind of the cornerstone of what is done in fine jewelry, because we're going to bring everything beyond what typical jewelry stores can. This is what's new and hot in designer mountings. Gives you a little asymmetry while still keeping it classic, but not the basic you've seen before. And I know how many of you have collected different Tanzanites and whatnot are looking for different mountings in different styles and different sizes and different scales and all of that. So this will be our new one here tonight, coming up in just a little bit. So stay with us for that. Then we have the Demantoids by the yard in a bracelet though. We've done it before in necklaces. We've not had the bracelet. So we figured we bring a bracelet out to show you here tonight. And then don't forget about the big yellow diamond. We've got a carat 40. We got the 3 carat that's hanging out. That's the one on my right hand. It's quite comfortable there. And then I've got some other great pieces to show you as well before we go to our Tanzanite deal that is there. That's going to be a 3 carat 58. Tends to be a really good size that is commonly asked about. I've got a discount though on my emeralds first, and I know I've shown this probably 4 or 5 times, and that is highly unusual to show something that often here. And that just means we got to take it down to another low price. And that's what I'm about to do. So this is our butterfly. It is a Colombian emerald butterfly ring made entirely platinum with a carat 12 total weight in the pear shapes in the butterfly. I apologize, guys. I can't do any changes to the wheel, unfortunately. So the wheel, if it's not centered, I can't change that. So bummed about that. But here we are. It's platinum, nice wider band, does have that curve because the butterfly itself is set a little bit askew. And of course that's on purpose because that's really to kind of replicate how they move through the air. Then you have the four, look at the matching is incredible on the emeralds themselves, all those pear shapes together. And four of those separate pear shapes, but perfect matching in color and clarity. And then this bigger band of pave, the triple row. It's item number 1127108, and it's our emerald butterfly. It needs a home. Needs a home. And it's odd because most butterfly jewelry that I've had for the last, 24 plus years, most butterfly pieces are very in demand. It's just as a motif in general are very popular and very much oftentimes symbolic in nature, and anything that's done usually though is just done in the metal itself. It's kind of like the heart-shaped designs we see where they're always heart shapes in metal. It's nice to see something that's created out of the gems. So again, that's what really differentiates it from maybe other pieces you've seen or that you have already, is that this is made with the stones making up the design itself, which is awfully pretty. And at carat 12, remember they'll look a lot bigger than that. We're going to do this one for a new price. $29.99 is where it started, where it began. Now it gets to come down way lower. Remember, it stays in platinum. Can't change that. Platinum is only a white metal, so that will stay as is, but it's going to be better than $29.99 or $1,500. Not $14, not $13. It's got to go, and it will. And then get requests in if you have them. We're going to show you some even previews of what's coming up because I have something very, very special this weekend that I think is going to be setting our earring lovers absolutely into a frenzy. So we've got something you've asked for, so we'll talk about that. But here's what we'll do. Instead of $13.99, I got them for $12.99. All the emeralds and diamonds together, they're in one. I did bring out some very large emerald earrings as well that are brand new. If you are in the mood for some very large Colombian stones, I'm talking like 2 carats each almost, in Colombian emeralds with diamonds, they look like this. So that would be a, whew, that's a really good match. That's just, can you imagine? That would look beautiful as a ring. There are 2 identical matches there for those big time earrings. So we'll see those. And then we've got the sapphire and diamond earrings as well. And just a fun night to just take a look at some new and then bring down the pieces that you've seen before. How about that one? Well, I've got this really, really important yellow sapphire band that's like a $7,000 piece with the big diamonds. Look at this. Those are yellowy golden sapphires. Rounds in a band, dome style, big diamonds as well. That's awfully pretty. That could be men's or ladies. I think it's wide enough to be. It's 18 karat gold. There's a sapphire piece. Take whatever you want. Take them all. We'll do anything up there for $12.99. The sapphires are yellow sapphires and 18 karat gold. Diamonds are huge. Here's the ruby piece with the big princess cuts. Here's the cat's eye chrysoberyl. That's always been actually one of our more popular stones of the event that we wrapped up, is the cat's eye chrysoberyl. There it is with that really gorgeous milk and honey color. Anything you want there, $12.99, take them. Take them. It's last call on those designer pieces. They all have to stay as they are as far as their metal colors. Some are gold, most are platinum, but they all will be $12.99. Lowest price they can go, and I got the carat weights for you. So remember, it's 18 karat gold for the yellow sapphire band. The rest are all done in white metal, which is platinum. You get phenomenal stones from the cat's eye, the beautiful yellows. I love that we got the big 3 up there. The big 3 are rubies, sapphires, and emeralds, by the way. They're just done in more creative ways. It's more ingenious ways to do instead of the basic setting styles. Now, I would say the most classic up there is probably the sapphire option you have. That's a pretty classic look, but here they are, ruby and sapphire. Here's the Burma, here's the Ceylon. There are your Muzo Colombian emeralds. Here's the cat's eye. It's your choice of, and then there's the band. So we even go yellow sapphires with those really large. It's going to have 5 large white diamonds. You take any one you want for $12.99. Then we're going to get back to some yellow diamond drop earrings we have for you that are on the way. If there's anything at all we can bring out and show you, please let me know what that is. We still have the Brazilian Paraiba necklace, turquoise earrings. Really, really good pieces are here. And we've had a lot of big discounts. So again, your time to shine here with whatever it is you love. And treat yourself this week because obviously big holiday week. And we're going to be with you here tomorrow night and then Friday night being Valentine's Day. Hopefully you guys will be my Valentine on Friday. And we can hang out together that evening and have a little Valentine's Day special. And then we've got the whole weekend ahead too of really big values. But this is wild. We're going to bring you something no one else in the world can create. And I mean that sincerely because it is one of the rarest stones in the world. It's out of Russia. It is rare. We've done a couple of them before. in necklaces, but naturally we wanted to bring something in a bracelet if we could, and today's that day. A big debut item. And then at the top of the hour, which is 28 minutes from right now, we'll be almost done with our hour number 2 here. And then what we're going to do is bring you that Tanzanite in the brand new setting style. And let me tell you something. I wasn't supposed to have this in the show. It wasn't supposed to be here tonight. I begged and pleaded and just I groveled to get this ring in this collection tonight so that we could just kind of move it up into our Wednesday. That's a lot of ring. This is about the biggest ring you're going to see on the show. That's the 671 in diamonds. This is the Tanzanite. And this one's coming up. And it's still going to be a classic, but it's such a departure from what we usually do in our Tanzanites. And I have had literally tens of thousands of Tanzanites on this show in blue wing block D varieties. We've never had a design like the one you're going to see today. So stick around. That's top of the hour. It's only about 27 minutes from right now. But I have got to show you this because this is truly one of the rarest stones in the world. And it's Russian Demantoid stones. There are 5 stones. And the best part is you don't need to worry about sizing on this one because it's one bracelet that has 3 sizes that are all the common sizes. So whether you have a teeny tiny little itty bitty wrist, because someone was asking me the other day, like, do you have anything for kids? Because I have a teeny tiny wrist and they need kids jewelry. This will work if you have a teeny tiny wrist or if you're average or if you have a little larger than average, because we built in O-rings that allow you to have a 7, 7.5, and 8 inch. Now this is important, which even if you have a 6 inch wrist, you want to get this bracelet because of the fact, and let me move these aside because there's no good way to show a bracelet like this. Bangles are easy to show, line bracelets are easy to show. This is just like that. So it's not the easiest to show, but I want to give you an idea of each and every Russian Demantoid you have. There is your lobster claw closure. Now this is what I want to show you first. There is a triple length, and to be honest, there's actually a little more length than even 8 inches because when you have your lobster claw, you have 3 different O-rings. So you see there, the one that's on your right, that's the 7, and then 7.5 and 8, which is where it's actually fixed right now. There's a little heart-shaped charm that's meant to dangle if you use the shorter lengths, but also that can give you a little extra length as well. So even if you want to go to like 8 1/4, you're okay to do that. Let me show it on the hand here so you can see how this looks from a bit of a distance, because this is that whole DBTY concept, but done in Demantoids instead. So here's your closure, and then you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different Demantoids out of Russia that are matched. Those are going to be, and of course I am shamelessly reminding you about this very cool wide band we have coming up. This is where you get the 5 gorgeous Russian Demantoids. It is a powerful stone. It is a significant stone. It is a stone that is considered one of the rarest in the entire world, and you've got this great look that's going to be just so easy to wear, easy to layer, easy to stack. Let me undo it so I can make it a little easier to present for you. But this is wild. When you think about gifting something that's special and rare, everybody can go buy expensive jewelry. That's the funny thing, is expensive jewelry is out there all over the place. But you still don't always have the opportunity to get something as rare or special as a Russian Demantoid like you see here. 5 stones, item number is 1127689. It is only in yellow gold, which is interesting. So only yellow gold, that's how we did the necklace as well many moons ago. Yellow gold is your choice here. They're about 1 1/4 inches away from each other, and they go all the way around except for your closures. And you have the Russian Demantoids at 38 points, and then your yellow gold, which can be, again, a great gifting idea, great to stack and layer. I just like that it's not a fussy bracelet. This isn't, because a lot of people I correspond with say, you know what, at this point in time, I see you on TV every day and, you know, you're dressed to the nines and you're kind of dressed up and you're kind of glam and all that. Even if you are the most glamorous gal in the world, if you love to still dress up and do the hair and makeup every day and you put on the high heels, and or if you're more casual, that's what I find so wonderful about a bracelet. Let's say you're living the good life, the retired life, the life of leisure. My mom, Linda, and Lola, they live in Las Vegas. They live a life of leisure. I call it Linda and Lola's Las Vegas life of leisure. They live the life of leisure, and they've earned it. They've earned it. They've earned that life of leisure. And you know what? Whether you are life of leisure, retirement, dressed to the nines every day, or anywhere in between, that's the bracelet you wear. You never take it off. It's what we hear time and time again about the diamond versions we do in necklaces and bracelets alike, and yet this one you're upgrading to something as rare as Russian Demantoids. Let's blow it out. It's supposed to be $28.99. I'm never going to get that tonight. I understand that I have to go the extra mile on the discounts. It's ironic because here we are thinking, oh, well, it can't be a deal. I mean, I could put up any price. You're going to think, it's not going to be a deal. It's going to be a deal. It's not $28.99. Yes, question? The which one? Which one? The Tanzanite? That's coming up at the top of the hour. That is the new Tanzanite right there. Yes, it is. That's the new Tanzanite. I don't know if they're talking about this one. That's the one that we had earlier. That's the yellow diamond. That's the one with the 671 in diamonds. But here we are talking Russian Demantoids right now. Excited to give you the value of a lifetime so you can own 5 incredibly matched important stones right here and now. This is where I want to show you the length here. So you can see I'm holding it by the closures, obviously, but you see 5 incredibly matched stones, bright as can be, neon and highly dispersive, more so than diamonds can ever do. So now we just got to make it simple and easy here. Do we have any questions about Demantoid? What is it? It's a garnet. Where does it hail from? Russia and a couple of other places, but the Russians considered the best by far. The most limited, the most rare. It's not $28.99. I can't do that. It's a value, but you guys don't see it. And I get that because I've been doing this a long time. I know how this works. We've got this gorgeous closure. That's premium. Here's where you have the other side to show you your adjustability, essentially. So if you want to wear this, hey, a lot of you could maybe even wear it as an anklet if you want to. If you go, it would be a small anklet. I will say most anklets are 9 or 10 inches. But again, just options here. And then you've got this beautiful, again, triple style, 7, 7.5, and 8. And then the heart, you can utilize that as well. Give you a little extra length, but we can't do $2,000. Can't do it. Here's what it looks like close up. Got a beautiful way to see these stones here, just as vibrant as can be. And 5 stones, so those are mighty fine, you know it. They're really important. Those are almost 8 points a piece. So that's a really good side Russian Demantoid, and it's not 28 or 2,000. You got to get one. I know we're limited. We don't have many to go around. That is for certain. But what we can do is get you one of the most unusual, rare. Nobody else is going to have it. It can't be 2,000. It's not going to be even $19.99. $14.99 is quite the value. We're looking at about halvesies of where it should be. I'm going to take it lower. It just doesn't get any more rare. And I think if you're going to have a Russian Demantoid, get one you can wear every day. Get 5 you can wear every day. Get something in a style you can live in, stack, layer, gift. Can you imagine gifting? I can honestly say in all my years of gifting jewelry, I've never gifted Russian Demantoids, ever. This is just a fabulous and unusual stone. Let's make it even better. Not even going to be $14.99 or $13.99 or $12. We just had some really big rings up there. I want you to see these stones up close. I want you to see every single one of them. Just the matching is amazing. And of course, these are those open bezels. So it's going to be front and back. It's going to give you some of that Demantoid flair, that beautiful, bright, vibrant, no peridot, no emerald, no garnet of any other kind can give you this kind of specialty neon green. Not 12, not $11.99. It's not 10. I would love for you to try this. I'd love for you to have one. I'd love for you to gift one. Maybe you get one for you and the daughters, you and the granddaughters, you and the sisters, and you're all wearing the same Demantoid bracelet together. And it's not going to be $1,000. We're going to make it $999. That's it. And then we got our Tanzanite deal coming up in about 20 minutes. And that's what I know so many of you are asking about and waiting for. The newest design to hit our collection. The one that we had to move up for the day because it's so special. The Tanzanite Museum Reserve that you haven't seen yet. It's happening in 19 minutes only, so get ready. It's going to be coming up, and you're going to love it, and we'll try to do something really, really special on the price to make sure we can make you happy with everything, not just the quality and the beautiful look and the weight and the new design, but everything about it. So let's move on. We've got those big emerald earrings. We've got some gorgeous yellow diamond drops as well. These are awfully nice and unusual to find yellow diamonds in a drop earring, that's for sure. And keep calling on those Russian Demantoids. We'll have one for you. Let me see if I can just get these to finesse and balance just like so. This is our yellow diamond drop. It's 1123157, and those are Marquise cut yellow diamonds. They're going to be 23 points each, 46 points overall, in a solid 18 karat gold designer earring mounting. This one does not want to sit. That's going to be the one I try on for you. Here's what we have: lever back style, starting with the white diamonds in the front. Then you've got the yellow diamonds, the white diamonds around that. It can't get easier, but we have one pair, sadly. I wish we had more. That's where I get to discounting for you so that we can move all these one-of-a-kinds that we do have, that we want to share, that we're going to get to that top of the hour momentarily, that I'm so proud of and excited about. I think everyone's just hanging on, holding on, waiting for that Tanzanite. But this is the one to own if you want yellow diamond drops, because think of all the yellow diamonds. The rings we've had, there have been many. So many rings, who needs? There's got to be one shopper out there that says, if I find the greatest deal on a yellow diamond drop earring, those are the ones I'm going to get to match my yellow diamond ring that I have. Here it is. And this one's going to be better than major. Let me just go ahead and pop it on for you too, so you can see the size, the length, and all that. But 14 points of additional yellow, 38 points in the white diamonds. Here's one from a distance away. You will see that. And just, again, really nice 1-inch drop here. Nothing too dramatic, nothing that's overwhelming. And yet really all those natural yellows that we adore so much. And actually, I would say, yeah, a little over 1 inch. I would look at those diamonds. I mean, from being exact here, it's more like 1 1/8 inches or so. The lever back itself is 1 1/4 inch, but what you're seeing, the payoff in the diamonds is going to start with that 1 1/8 inch there. Let's make sure they go out very quickly. The $49.99 price is going to the wayside. Got to make it a lot better value. Easy, simple lever back. You just flip down that hinge in the back. Simply secure that loop onto your ear, and then they're on, they're ready to go, and look how fabulous they look. There they are. And then, yes, the Tanzanite ring, another shameless look at a beautiful Tanzanite coming up momentarily. But this one's got to be better than $49, $39, $29, $19.99. That's never happened. We're taking it lower. Again, these are pieces that could have been on the sale. That $49.99 price you see there would have been $500 off. You would have paid $4,500, and the ironic part is somebody would have said sold. Now they're less money here tonight. And this price, if you're not loving it, I'm not loving it. It's really that simple. If you're not digging it, I'm not digging it. We need to make sure this is a value that can be recognized so that they can go. The one and only pair I have like them, that's it. And those yellow diamond marquise cuts with the yellow and the white diamonds around them, it's not going to be $19.99. When I tell you these are going to go, they're going to go, because how could they not? It's a $5,000 pair of earrings. And now they're not. Let's go back up close and take a look, and I'll prop up both for you so you can see the incredible matching they have. And yet, a grand total of 98 points in 2 tones of gold. As they are, remember it's 18 karat, and I do want to show you the back because they've got the great finishing through the back, as you see there. This is going to be wild. They're not marquise, by the way. I'm sorry. They're ovals with that little bit of that pointed drop. I'm going to do something really crazy. And call me, because they're perfect color. That's the color you want. It's the color like we saw in our 3 carat, but the 3 carat, a little more than $2,000. What we're going to do right now is take them all the way on down, not 19, not $18.99, not $18.88. Come on in. It's time to get your yellow diamonds. And I know I've sold a lot of oval yellows, but the truth is, if you have a yellow diamond from us, marquise, yellow cushion, oval, anything at all, it's going to be gorgeous with this earring. Think about adding to the suite, adding to the collection, getting the set. It's ironic, isn't it? $49.99 would have sold them like crazy. They would have gone in seconds. When you have a $49.99 earring, and again, I know sometimes it's about perception, and if there's a banner and a graphic and it says it's this much off, that would have been a significant discount, no doubt about it. But $4,500 is approximately what you would have paid. Here they are at $18.88, and not that price either. They're not $17.99. You're getting almost a carat in total, but what really counts is the fact that there's a 23-point yellow and a 23-point yellow in the ovals that are sitting in this earring. That's the main event, and then everything else around it is beautiful, but really just about those center stones that are so important, and they're not $17.99. And yes, you will get 2. I've got the other one here. I just need to hold that separately, and we're going to do better than $17.99. We're going to, we have to, and we have to make sure they go. They're $1,777 right now, first caller. That's it. And then we got some Sleeping Beauty turquoise in a pendant on the way. And any requests you have are welcome. And then, yep, top of the hour, 14 minutes is the Tanzanite. And at this point, we may be spending the entire rest of the show on that Tanzanite. Who knows? I don't know what we're going to have to do to get the Tanzanite out of here. It's an important new design. It's an $8,000 piece. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to have to change that. And I will, just like I changed the $5,000 yellow diamond earring to $1,777. Thank you. All right. $1,777. Do we want to see a little turquoise pendant? I will tell you there's a turquoise ring this weekend in a new design that is so wow. But let's get you a turquoise pendant first. Pendant to go with everything. That sounds good to me, because I don't like, when I do pendants, I don't like to switch them out all the time. I do that with rings every day. I'd like to do that with my main primary earring, but I don't like to switch out pendants for whatever reason. Yeah, so the earring is verifying now. Thank you, thank you. Let me show you this pendant though. Let me go ahead and show you turquoise. Sleeping Beauty variety. Simple, elegant, almost looks like a floral, but dropping down. Item number is 112, 7300. Yes, the Tanzanite is literally 12 and a half minutes away. Stay with us for that. And then here we are, 7300. A turquoise, Sleeping Beauty, and it's a round. Then you have the oh so fine diamonds in the bail and then kind of clasping. It's like the diamonds clasp around it. But then you put the prongs at the compass points. Let me show it from a distance away here and show you what this looks like. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And easy to wear every day, I think. And then, yes, that Tanzanite is happening in just about 12 minutes at this point, so not much longer to wait on the tansy. And then here we go with the turquoise round. And here's your length of the piece in its entirety. Those are diamonds in the bail, yes. You've got 1 inch in the drop, yellow, white, or rose. You will decide. You're gonna choose your gold color here. Let's get you a look at it on the neckline as well. So this is the further away view, but just to really see, oh yes, look at how beautiful this color. This is true robin's egg blue color. This is considered the ideal. This is why Sleeping Beauty is known as the best of the best of the best, is because you want that color from your turquoise. Here it is up close. And let's make it easy. Really simple and easy. Any other given moment. Here's the information. Here's the bag. Here's the moment. Here's the pendant. There's the photograph. There's the $9.99 price. That ain't gonna work right now. We got 10 minutes or so till the Tanzanite brand new design comes out to play. Let's go crazy. It's not $9.99. $888, $777, making it a lot better for you right now, I'll tell you that. Come on in because we've only got a couple identical match pieces. There were only so many rounds that had that specific perfect color. So that's how many we created. None of them went into rings, none of them went into earrings. It's all about this carat and a half pendant with the 13 points in the diamonds. You are gonna choose your gold color. That's a wonderful thing. So get the white, the yellow, or the rose, but it's also not $6.99. Big time value. I think this is going to turn out to be the most affordable item of the entire show. Easily. It actually may already be the most affordable item of the show, including even that no reserve auction that went awry. This is even better than $6.99 or $5.99. Watch what we'll do right now. First callers, we've only got a couple available and we are already busy. No surprise. What do you get in the jewelry world for $599? The answer is sterling and more sterling and a little bit of sterling and usually plain sterling, no diamonds, no stones. Here's what we'll do instead. It's $499 if you want the Sleeping Beauty turquoise that should be on everybody's turquoise loving list because that's just the best in the world. And normally you pay dearly for it, but not here. And already, okay, so 1, 2, 3 gone just like that. That leaves us with 2 left. The price just went up there. And so that's a really interesting sign. And I know when it's a $9.99 piece on any given day, we see the value. We see that for the value it is. But again, days like today, you got to mix it up a little and switch things up to show you an even bigger value. And that's what we've done. So $499 if you like it, give me a call and we'll give it 60 seconds and we only have 2 left. And that's with those first couple gone just like that. So this is going to be obviously very popular, and yet the beauty of it and that kind of tulip design, if you will. The tulip design that I think of, obviously we're all getting excited about spring, I think at this point. I was looking at the calendar and marking some important dates, realizing that daylight savings isn't all that far away. You know, here we are mid-February. So, you know, springtime is around the corner. And even though turquoise, there are no seasons to gemstones, there's no seasons. We don't put away our gemstone jewelry or our diamond pieces like we do maybe our fashion wardrobe, but you do have something that feels like spring. It does. It feels floral without being floral. And we know this turquoise color in the dead of winter when everything's dark and dreary, that's the color that enlivens us and it kind of gives us a little extra pop and that really good color therapy we need. But also when you think about spring and summer and yes, fall, all those beautiful, I mean, just best of the best turquoise is really tough to find. It's usually full of matrix, a lot of veining, a lot of, sometimes you just plain it downright green, right? And there's nothing wrong. They can be beautiful in those green colors, but this is really different when you've got that true best of the best quality. So Jess, you're getting one, and Jason, you're getting one too, and Oh, okay. So the yellow diamond earrings I just found out are sold, and you've got a pendant. All right. So thank you, Tim. Tim rocking. Now, Tim, I have to ask you. You've got the great hairstyles always. Does the rain make you crazy because you have to protect that hair with a beanie, or is it more just a fashion statement? Is it about hair protection? Okay, it's not about keeping your hair. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, I had to ask because Tim's got the best hair on the planet here. So here we go, $4.99. And I'm not used to seeing you in a hat at all, but it has a little something to do with the cold weather and the rain. I guarantee you. I was wearing a beanie yesterday. So there you go. I'm not one for, I love hats, but not usually, I don't usually do beanies. Usually like a big hat girl or a Mets hat. Yeah. All right, so $4.99. All right. One left, that's it. All right, we got to keep going. And thank you on the yellow diamond earrings. Congratulations on those. So glad you got them. The Tanzanite is now 7 minutes away. I know you guys are being so patient waiting for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also have some other earrings, the blue sapphires and white diamonds I showed you. And then we do have a couple rings. Oh, and Demantoid bracelets still here if you want to pick one of those Russian Demantoid bracelets up. And then we do have those very large emerald earrings. Do we just need to look at those, or are we not into big emeralds? Because the emeralds are very pricey when they're in large sizes, I must say. So we're doing our best to put together value. Now, here is my new conch pearl. So keeping with the pendant theme, although this one's going to be a chain as well, the conch pearls have been extremely important of late, and it's because we're taking one of the most valuable stones in the world and marking it down. Now, this is really organic at its best, because to me, when you get multiple colors from an organic gem, or you get characteristics. I think of organic gems, I first think of pearls, traditional pearls. I think of coral and I think of conch pearls. Those are really your big organic stones, right? The conch pearls are usually much smaller, usually under a carat or less. And here we're going to show you one of the bigger examples. Actually, it's the second largest we've ever had. It's 7603 and it's brand new. And it's got this bed of pave diamonds, but that is a 3 carat 01. Oval shape, a little bit free form on the oval, but it's got multiple colors like the conch shell itself. That, after all, is how these stones are developed. From the deep inside of that conch shell, of the queen conch shell, which is the sea snail shell that you found in the Caribbean, that is very, very rare. And not every shell has a conch pearl, and not every conch pearl is gem quality. And yet here's a 301 example with 46 points in diamonds. Stunning. And the multiple colors from the goldens to the pinkies, the peachies to the true pinks. I'm going to show it to you on the hand here because it is a size story, no doubt about it. We're going to throw in an 18-inch chain that is adjustable. Here's what it looks like from a distance away. So that's really giving the visual I think we're looking for, because most conch pearls you've seen, I showed them to you on the hand, and they're on the smaller side, you know, usually well under a carat. Here's the length of the pendant itself, and I know this is not going to sit flat here because I have to put it on my neckline, just checking to make sure I have it the right way. And here we are, about 1 inch in the drop. It's got beautiful finishing on the inside, but this is something that's about as important as jewelry and specialty gemstones get, to be honest with you. That is, and look at how, just make sure I have this centered up for you. Look at how that is going to look from a distance away. Love the multiple colors of it. Let's go back up close. I really want to just take a moment and show you the inside, the undergallery as we call it, how it's finished in the back of the pendant with stars and hearts. Oh, be still my heart. I love that. It's one of the more cool undergalleries I've ever seen. Really well done there, and makes sense. You got a cool stone. It's a rarity, and we're going to blow it out right now in the platinum. Yes, $12,999. It's coming way down. Yeah, that's the story tonight. We have an hour. We got to do a whole show in an hour. And we're going to really bring it. We're going to kick it off with that Tanzanite, but this one's got to go first, and this is the second largest ever. I got a 4 carat in a ring somewhere if you want to see it. But that one, I can tell you right now, the ring is $99.99. This one is just really close in the size. It's not $99.99 though, and I love that it looks natural. That sounds crazy to say, but when they're, I think this with pearls too, sometimes when they're a little too perfect, you might just be better off going and buying yourself a faux. Does anyone else agree with me there? These are organic gems. They come from inside living organisms. So just like us, we are living beings. We're not perfect. There is nothing, there's no perfect person. And when things come from living beings, they're usually not perfect. And I love that this has those elements of different colors and that little bit of freeform shape. Here it is from the side profile to see it from that angle. And yet it is rare, 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 rare. You can't get much more rare than a conch pearl, especially of a 3 carat plus size. And especially at this discount, because it's not even going to be 9 or 8 or 7 or 6 or 5. I'm blowing it out for $49.99 tonight. That's as simple as I can make a gigantic conch pearl, and suddenly you'll have one of the rarest pieces that you can possibly own in the fine jewelry world. And it's right there at a 3 carat plus size, no less. That is just tremendous, isn't it? About as pretty and unique. And yet the softness of the pink allows you great versatility for wear, and just the color and the shape, colors I should say, and the shape of it really is what makes it. And for under $5,000 for a 3 carater, that's what tonight's all about. We just saved you $8 grand on a piece of jewelry, saving $3,000 more than you're spending. And that's how it's done. Turquoise pendant, by the way, we still have one left on the previous $4.99 turquoise pendant, if you'd like to grab it. And then we also do have a yellow diamond pear shape. Let me know on the conch pearl. Getting very close to our Tanzanite deal. Had the Padparadscha. I do want to show you another yellow diamond, because we did, of course, have the 3 carat. I also have the carat 40. And then later on, we have a heart shape. So we had the cushion and the 3. Yeah. Are they looking for just new or the 4 carat that I mentioned? Because we have a 4 carat that's really stunning. And then I'll see if I have one here that's new in a ring. I think I do. Let me share that with you. Or no, is it not out here? No, I don't have a ring. I have a 4 carat, Jess, that's got quite a bit of diamond weight that we can bring out for them. And I can see if I can discount it a little bit more for you. But yeah, I don't have a new conch pearl ring. Just the new necklace today. Yeah, but I do have a 4 carat, which would be the largest in the whole place. Here is the big yellow diamond. Here's a carat 40, 112-2507. On the 18 karat gold, yet again, boy, we have seen nothing but it seems like just platinum and 18 karat gold today, haven't we? It's been overwhelming, the really high end we've seen in the metals today. And this is 18 karat. It's a carat 40 on that center VS pair, brilliant as can be. Then it does have the 26 points of additional yellows, and we did not forget about your white diamonds. We got a lot of white diamonds there as well. The diamond weight is 106 just in the white diamonds. And yes, there is a bridge element to this one as well, in that the yellow diamonds run through the middle. Let's show you that from the side angle here, so you can see that they go all the way underneath the basket for the yellow diamond and its halo, which matches. So you're going to get all that yellow diamond weight. I do like that we use 2 tones of the yellow diamonds purposely to give you a little mix there, and to yet really just make it so interesting and designer, and it's fabulous. And of course, a pear shape's always going to look bigger than it weighs. So already into a big size, but coming up with that pear shape. Very rare for us to see. It tends to be we have the 1 carats and then we have the carat and halves. Very rarely do we have something kind of in between. And this is, which makes it a lot more affordable than the carat and halves, which are always $99.99 or sometimes a little bit more. Top of the hours here. We are moments away from the Tanzanite. I will debut that next for you. I just wanted to give you a brief look at this one, because obviously so far in yellow diamonds, it's been all about the 3 carater, which is still right here on my hand. So that is, again, 671 is the total weight on that ring. That's why it is, when there's a ring that is larger than the signet ring, that is a lot of metal. And the fact that that whole ring is covered in diamonds the way it is, very important. But this one just gives you a little more affordability while still getting you the yellow diamond that you want and that important idea. And yet it is going to be all together when you think about where we're at here, just together. 166 in the yellows, another 106 in the white diamonds. So altogether, really impressive, almost 3 carats. Let's make it easy. $99.99 should have been. We're going to take it lower. Then we got Tanzanite time for our top of the hour. Can't wait. It's what everyone's been waiting on. And we'll do this one real quick. Not even $49.99. Another big discount. Another one. Just going out the door as quickly as possible here. It's just that simple. It really is that simple to make your dream come true when it is yellow diamonds, because with these price tags, it just cannot be missed. This is not a time to wait on a yellow diamond. It's go time. It's a major, major stone. I think the pear shapes, obviously, they're super hot right now, we know, but it's one of the classic always in cuts, and we're going to do better than even $49.99. It's time. We got the top of the hour here. Let's make it $3,999, and I'll try it on for you. And then we are going to get into that Tanzanite deal. And it is quite something. For one beautiful value, like I don't even know what it's going to be yet, because I gotta really, really modify everything we know about values and everything we've ever understood about values for tonight. Take a look at that ring though on the hand though. It's a big time ring. So again, options are good. There's the 3 carat yellow diamond with the 361. So yes, 6 carats, almost 7 carats in that ring. Here's the yellow diamond, though, in the carat 40 size, still VS. And hey, Marcy, oh, she want to see the 4 carat conch pearl. You got it. We'll show it to you next. Let's show that real quick before we get to our top of the hour. And then, oh, here it is. Well, it's unforgettable. It's the 405. And you know what, Marcy? I'm going to discount it again for you, too. I already told you the price. It's pretty easy to memorize when you know that it's the only 4 carat. And look at that color. It's the deeper pinks that we rarely see. 111-8705. It's a 405 stone. The largest conch pearl we have by far. The 3 carat you saw in the pendant, which was a little more freeform shape with the multi-tones of colors. That was the second largest. Here is the largest. And now it goes. Simple and easy, 405 with 110, and let's get it done. And $29,999 is where it started. And I love that you're getting a lot of diamond weight with it as well, because most of the conch pearls, have you noticed, most have very minimal diamond weights. Obviously, if any one of these conch pearls deserves a lot of diamonds, it's the 405 largest one we have. Here it is on the hand. So you can see it that way, because it is helpful, especially with cabochons and anything pearl-wise, cabochon cuts. You want to see it on the hand to really gain perspective of what it's all about. But there you can see that really amazing stone. This one's going to be going out really quickly. It's not even going to be $99.99. I already quoted you that. We know that. That would have saved you. Yeah, you know what? Let me just go ahead and save you the money and beyond, even better than what it would have been on sale. Let's do this for $8,888. And a full carat 10 in diamonds. And then the Tanzanite is the long-awaited brand new design. You've been asking about it and calling about it already. It's coming up right after this. So there it is for $88.88, the largest conch pearl we have. Notice the big diamonds that it has too. As you look at the big diamonds that are first, well, there's actually, if you look, it's 3 rows. First, second, and third. It's the second row of the rounds that are the extra large stones that are happening there at kind of like the individual halo that's amongst the scallop details that it has. So very, very attractive piece. Only one there, and our greatest stone there in the conch pearls, no doubt about it. Now it's Tansy time, and this is a segment of the show that is going to be soon obsolete, which is so sad to say, but welcome to the show. Glad you're with us tonight. It's Wednesday night. We're live from Los Angeles. I'm Lauren Blair. We've got a last hour here, and is it ever going to be kicked off in grand fashion? We've got a new design for you. As now this wasn't made yesterday. This has been a design that's been in the works for months. It was a little bit complicated to figure out how to create this to perfection. Sometimes a design you don't always create, sketch it, design it, make the wax casting, then make the mold, and then create it. It doesn't always happen on the first try. Sometimes designs take many, many iterations before you get it just right. And this is one of those that took some time to get the look just right. It started out on the more narrow side. We felt it needed a little more wow. Then it got a little bit oversized and it got really, really heavy. It's perfect. And I've been wearing it for the last hour, so kind of also just teasing you with it. And this 358, which is a little bit of a roval stone, this is why this stone was actually, this is all custom built around this stone. It's the only museum reserve that is on the premises that we haven't shown you as of yet. There are a couple that are still outstanding. Obviously, some of the museum reserves have been sent off to museums. So they are no longer reserved for museums, they're in the museums, where they were always intended to be. And then you have, of course, a couple of stones that are, I don't know if I'm actually at liberty to say where they're at, but there are a few stones that have been kind of hanging out with some very important people and getting some photographs done, and they're going to be the main cornerstone of some publications. And then there is this stone, which has been waiting for this custom mounting, this one that is totally different than if you've seen any of my last 6 years of Blue Wing Block Ds. You have not seen a mounting like this. And yet, something that still keeps it within classic elements, but really makes it different and bold. and has to be because it's setting a 3.5 carat stone. The most popularly requested size for Tanzanite, by the way. I hope you enjoy this half as much as I did just seeing it, helping out with these design elements as we created something a little bit different for you, because obviously being that we're about to say farewell, once this collection and this entire assortment is done, it's done, and there's nothing we can do about it. And I don't know if we're going to have any Tanzanites at all, to be honest with you. So these are really those moments that shine, and these moments that mean something, that if you're new with us or not, these are the important times to get your Blue Wing Block Ds, because there are just so few opportunities left to do so. Here it is. And let me make sure I got my fingerprint off of this one. That's the thing about wearing it for the last hour. It is our 358 Blue Wing Block D. Here we go. And wait a minute, it's still got a little fingerprint. This is our 358 with 84 points in diamonds as well, which it's fascinating to me. It looks like so much more than that. It is outstanding. You have a triple row as your wider band foundation for it, which looks like a bridge, but I want to point out it actually meets up with the basket there. It's 112-7669. Come on in. It's party time with the Tanzanites, and we know we love a good Tanzanite. How about that saturation even from the sides? 84 points where you get the diamonds, triple row over here as well. That's going to intersect with what looks like this overlapping, almost looks like it's a buckle in a way, almost looks like threaded through, designer style. 358 Museum Reserve, we love it. White gold, yellow gold, or rose gold are your options. You still have those options, although we do fancy a Blue Wing Block D in the white gold, don't we? We've seen it more often than not. We enjoy seeing that, just this darkness that's created just by zooming that camera lens in. You get a really, really good idea of the red flashes coming through. I've got a larger one tonight as well that's also new. It's a 5 carat. But this one is just, I couldn't resist this value that I'm going to put together, because $79.99 is such a great value story, but we're going to take it lower because I find, like, after, I don't know, an hour and 29 minutes on the air, I think sometimes we need to do some crazy things, especially on these days. And I'm fully prepared because obviously been through some events like this, and great transitions out of events like what we've been doing. And it just takes some new, and it takes some unique, and it takes some updating. And here's what I'll do for you. We're going to go ahead and give you the price of a lifetime. It's last call on Blue Wing Block Ds. It was funny because when I was in Tucson last week, it was so interesting because that's all anybody wanted to talk about. Before anybody said, oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a year or so, because it'd been a good couple years since I'd been to Tucson, because I didn't have the 2 days together. So it was really, I hadn't been to a gem trade show since Las Vegas. So, everyone's catching up with everybody. The whole world of gems and jewelry comes together for a couple days. And all anyone wanted to talk about is Blue Wing. And how much do you really have left? And do you have one on your person? Can I see one in person? This is the talk of the industry. Whether, like, everybody knows about TVON, because TVON is the foremost authority when it comes to fine jewelry in the most public way possible. Obviously, there's big designer names you've heard of and and you see, but as far as this industry of value, we are even higher collectible status than the big designers out there. So this is where, and again, when you've been the face of TVON for a lot of years, everybody watches the show to see what's the new, what's the latest, and see things they've never seen before, even for people who've been in the industry for decades. And here's what's interesting. Blue Wing Block D, we've got very few left. Again, most we will probably never get back, because the museums are going to have the stones on loan for years. The couple of stones that are being photographed from private collections of big-time people that you know and have heard of, those may or may not come back, because chances are those folks are going to keep those stones as well. Here's your chance to get one before it's too late. And I know $79.99 seems steep because we've been living in fantasy land of shopping. Let's go back there. It's not too late to come back to that world of discounts and unheard of value and better than wholesale pricing and dropping below our cost. Let's do it again. And here's what I need you to do. Pick up the phone and dial, because when it's gone, it's gone. And white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold in your choice of gold color, shipped to your doorstep for free. The best news is, too, you got a money-back return policy. I inevitably hear from a lot of you that say, I love the sale, but I don't watch, because I just need to know I have that return policy. And that I get. So here's your chance to shop and get something special. See it at home, feel it at home. Make sure, since it is a new design now, it feels like a standard ring because it's kind of that foundation is that wider band. But you will love a blue wing block D. There's no doubt about it. And it's not going to be $79.99. Or I think we're going to need to do significantly better. Perhaps half off, like $4,000. Maybe need to, and this is the size everyone's always asking me for. And this is that more roval shape. I got to try it on because I know it's a new mounting, so you have not seen it except for the last hour I've been wearing it. And there are two ways to wear it, and yeah, it looks so much better even when it's on the hand. Whether I almost see, when I wear it like this, I almost see, I think it could be representative of letters. Maybe that's because I love monograms and I love personalization. I don't know. Point is, this is really just, again, taking a wide band at the core, giving it a little modern by having this loop around it that's almost acting as a halo, but not quite. I can't do $4,000 because I need calls. And we need to make sure this blue wing block D goes. And $4,000 it will not be. And $3,000 it will not be. And $29.99 it cannot be. Got to make it better. Got to do something wild here right now. It's not going to be $29.99. Let's make sure we get the $358 at home. Your choice of gold, the money back return policy is there. So if you're new and going, I've never seen Tanzanite look like that. Well, that would be just a sign that you haven't been watching us for that long, because nobody else, that's what exclusive is all about. Nobody else has this but TVON. Nobody else can bring you a blue wing block D. There's other block D material. I've been selling that for years. Nobody has blue wing block D. It's a specific vein of the D block that is no longer being mined. And there's no hope of mining it in the future. This is your time to get it. It's not 29 or 28 or 27 or 26 or 25. It's not $24.99. This is when you pick up the phone and dial in, because otherwise it could be too late. And we want you to be able to get the stones before they're gone. And again, don't think we're getting any of the others back that are floating around the world right now, whether they be on display in museums, whether they're being photographed by royal families. I'm just saying, this is where you need to get this material. And when you can have something that is on the same level as literally what's on display in museums all throughout the world, I don't know where else you can shop for jewelry of that caliber, that level. Where else could you get something that the royal family is after? I mean, this is really, again, when we just say it's the best of the best, that's not a line. That's literally the best that's ever come out of the mine. And it's not 24 or 23 or 22 or at some point when you're under cost, like we passed a long time ago, you gotta wonder what's up. Well, we're going dramatically under cost because cost was a long time. Listen, I don't make margins like that. If we got a $7,999 piece, the cost wasn't $5 and we just decided to make a whole bunch of money. We don't give values like that by getting big margins. We work on the teeny tiniest razor thin margins you possibly can. So if we're at $79.99, you know that piece cost right around $79.99. We are at $22. And I need to hear those phones ring. And you know what? You'll be so happy you got it because you own a part of history. You do. And even though we've been bringing it for 6 years and I've sold a number of them for the last 6 years, you know what? You've got the last call, you've got the specialty stone, the one that was adapted where this mounting was created specifically for this stone. You know how a lot of Tanzanites, you've seen the mounting over and over. It's a Tanzanite that we fit in that bridge, or it's a Tanzanite we fit in that double halo, or it's a Tanzanite we fit in that you name it design that we've had over and over and over. This is custom made for this stone. And that's what also makes this so specialty. And the fact that I got nobody shouting out sold at $22.99, well, we're starting to get busy on the phone lines, which might mean we are on the way to hearing sold, but it's still here at this moment and it's not going to be 22. I'll just keep on going. And it's that 358 size that tends to be the most popularly requested size range, and it's not 22. Shall I keep going? I probably have to. We got to move it. Got to go. How about better than 22? 21. 2099. I mean, this is getting weird. It's getting bonkers up here. White, yellow, rose, you decide. Shipped to your house for free, size for free, gold color change for free, and a money back guarantee so that the naysayers out there who say, I've never seen a Tanzanite look that good. It is true, and it is only here, and it is exclusive, and the reds are coming through, and it's not $2,099. And I know it's always a challenge. Always. The toughest thing I have as a host here is to introduce you to new mountings because you have no idea where they are or what they should cost or how much gold. You haven't seen it 800 times. Now, that's why I love new mountings. I love it because it's something new and fresh for you. I love it because it is something you haven't seen before 100 times over. But it also leaves this, where should it really be priced? Well, it should be priced at $79.99. We're going to go less than even $2,099. This is a really big moment for a collector, a really big moment for a Tanzanite lover. Take a look one more time. I'll do it. We'll make it $19.99 to the very first caller, and that's it. We got to move. We got $19.99 up there for 60 seconds, and then we say bye-bye. Gone it will go, and bye-bye will be the days of having blue-winged black Ds because, well, we've got a couple of the bigger pieces still here from the Museum Reserve Collection, which still need homes. Usually those are $20,000 and $30,000, like, you know, some of the big pendants and earrings we have, some of which I've shown you earlier tonight. But for $19.99, that is quite the value there, and $358 in the size, and a rare Rovell stone. And then there is a yellow diamond heart shape, our little Valentine's Day special. That's not so little. And big emerald earrings are here, and if you have any requests whatsoever, I got 28 seconds to get that at home. So it's last call, and the deal is this, not to sound too selfish, but I'm going to buy any blue wing block D at the end of every show I do. If I have one available, I'm buying it, because at this point, I'm freaking out about how limited they are. They're just too limited. We have so few to go around. Not going to be something we're presenting over and over anymore, and it's the reality. I knew this day was coming. It still doesn't make it any easier to really comprehend or to really certainly come to terms with, but here it is, $19.99. What about value that is? And then we'll keep moving. We got some, well, we got everything in jewelry, so you just tell me what you'd like to see tonight, and we'll bring it on out for you. Got some hot pink Mahenges, green Paraibas, gold quartz earrings, Congolese stones. If any of that sounds good, just holler at me and say, here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to see. Here's what I want you to show me, and here's what I want. And if you're good with blue wings and you've got your collection already, I say to you, thank you. Number one, thank you and congratulations, because it is the best of the best of the best of the best, and it's still here if you want it at $1,999. So what a pleasure to be with you on this Wednesday night. I love being with you, and this is a holiday week too. So we're going to get to be together for Valentine's Day, or at least for Valentine's night. We'll get to be hanging out together, and then this whole weekend, I do have some big hoop earrings coming up that are not big. They're just big diamonds this weekend. If you like a smaller hoop but with big diamonds, we got them coming up. They're 20-point diamonds in a hoop earring, but they're still affordable. So we'll have those for you as well. 2 carats total weight in diamond earrings for you. They'll be coming up this weekend. So make sure you stay with us for those. And in a style, I know you've been asking for small earring, big diamonds, because we do a lot of big diamonds, big earring, small diamond, small earring. We're going to do the big diamonds in the small earring. We'll bring them this weekend. So kind of excited about that too. As a hoop earring lover, I'd like to get 5 pairs. I've already put on hold 5 pairs for me, because I'm going to stack them up the ear and do that whole look. But again, those are for our hoop earring lovers this weekend. That'll be on Saturday. We have a really beautiful turquoise on Sunday. So we got things coming up. But take a last look. Can't go anywhere till that goes. I'm not leaving that one here, that's for sure. Yes, Tim. All right, so we're verifying on this one. And while I was chit-chatting about hoop earrings, we've got some verifications going on. And let's see if there's anything else we can show. Did Marcy want to see a smaller pearl, Jess? Because it's, or does she only want the big ones? Oh, we really can't? I know, but I don't see why, because it already looks bigger. So let me check that. What size does she need? Interesting. It's a size 7.5 right now. Because I saw that too, but I thought I had changed that a while back last time I presented it. Oh, did someone tell you that today? Because right now it's a 7.5, so that's where I'm not. Yeah, I'm not getting that at all, but it's a 7.5 right now. So it's not far away from what she needs. I don't see why we couldn't. Maybe there's some mystery to it that I don't know about, but I've been sizing rings for a long time, and I don't see any reason we can't size that another half a size. I just don't, I don't know. So that should not be a problem. The coolest new mounting. it's just, for me, it's about, every time I look at it, I interpret it differently. Sometimes I see this almost crescent moon, or I look at it like an eclipse, or I look at it and I see almost, again, the letter C or the letter D, or just these really cool ways that you're still doing a halo, but it's so non-traditional. And at this point of my jewelry collecting career, I want non-traditional at this point because I've got the traditional. And I want to avoid the trap that I think a lot of us fall into of, we like what we like, so we buy what we like, and then everything ends up looking the same. I think it's nice to have these moments where we step a little bit outside the box, but as I always say, because I'll never forget when I had a ring once where it was literally dolphins jumping through rings. Like it was a ring with dolphins, and they were jumping through hoops literally on your hand, and it was wild. And it was an incredible piece of workmanship and artistry. But it would not be for everybody to wear every day. And I think that there's this fine line you walk as a designer. I'm challenged with this every day of my life. As I sketch jewelry and design jewelry and create jewelry, is how do you make something that you know is going to be, because I work with exotic stones, just like TVON. We all work with exotic stones. So I never ever want to make the mistake of putting a really highly valuable stone, which is all we work with here, in a mounting that's not going to be loved generations from now. That's the tricky part, is how do you get traditional so you know it's classic down the line for generations to come to enjoy, but give it something extra than your basic halo or basic double halo. Or in this case, we see a lot of the signature style on the bridge. Nothing wrong with those. It's just that we see them a lot. So you may already have one, or you may already have a different stone with that style. So I love when we can step outside that box a bit and bring you something unique. How are we doing on this one? Has anybody got it? Okay, so I'm going to move along, and we're going to show you. I will bring in these fabulous earrings, and then we do have, if anybody needs a different Tanzanite, maybe you want the same diamond weight or almost, I've got this one. If you want a square cushion that's a tad bit bigger, I have a 5 carat, 39. So it's about 1.5 carats larger. It's a square cushion cut with this interesting new design as well. Triple split shank, but there's still the double row down the middle. So that's awfully pretty, and I know it leans a little bit. It's one of those not great for display pieces, but it's got that kind of wider, almost like flares out, opens up a little bit, little split shank detail. Let me show this on. If anybody would like this square cushion, it is $112.7643. So let's just give you both of my new rings tonight. We'll just give them away. Obviously the Roval here. This is the yellow diamond, by the way. This is my 3 carat. If you missed it, I got probably my mistake. I know better than to put up a $300,000 piece early in the show, because it just, I don't know what it is, but the psychology of it can be scary. But that is a ring that's down below $25,000. Got it below $25,000 for that 3 carat with the 360 of white diamonds. But anyway, this is the Museum Reserve that is the 539 cushion cut square with 86 points in diamonds. So the diamond weight's very similar to what we just saw. It's all of 2 points difference, but this one has a little bit of that wider band, cinches in a little bit towards the center, so it meets up with the corners of the square. And then you've got the big diamond weight around it, white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. Let's show it up close. And best part of all, I know it's a bigger stone. Diamond weight is almost identical. Lots of gold as well. Let's make it easy. If you'd like this one, oh, $99.99 for the 539 with the big diamond presents. Well, we're going to try something a little bit different here on this one and do it for just $2,499 if you'd like it. $24.99, only $500 difference for that extra carat weight that you're getting there. And then we will recap whatever you need to see. We can help you out. I know we have one turquoise pendant left. No yellow diamond earrings, no, but we do have the big yellow diamond that I'm wearing, again, for the 6 carat 71, yeah, 1 ring, almost 7 carats in diamonds. It's bigger than most bracelets we do. Tennis bracelets around here are usually 2 to 3 carats. We have a nearly 7 carat diamond ring. So please, oh please, oh please, if you want the biggest diamond ring we have, it is here, and it debuted literally 2 hours and 20 minutes ago. So I wouldn't expect it to last much longer, and what a mounting it is. This is the biggest one we've ever created. This is a whole different animal than what we've ever had before, where we've done, oh, carat 79 in diamonds, something similar. We did a carat 96. This has 370. in just white diamonds. That would be a staggering total carat weight. This has 301 in the center, 370 beside it, 671 overall, and we have taken, I kid you not, a $300,000 ring, and we have reduced it. I got it down to 50, then I got it down to 40, then I got it down to 30, of which it should have come to a screeching halt. And instead, just for the pure fun of it, and I know we got started with it early, maybe you joined us a little bit later in the show. We only have 33 minutes left in the broadcast, so where the time goes, I have no idea. But this has come down an extra $5,000 to make it $24,999 for $671 in total weight. This is the largest diamond ring we have. And I mean truly, literally largest mounting we have ever created. It's not a new mounting, it's just for this one. And that is because everything was custom made around that 3-carat superstar of a fancy cut. This is that brilliant cut as well. So it's a cushion. It is not a square cushion, it is a rectangular cushion. Square cushions can sometimes be a little bit smaller in appearance than they weigh. So I love that this is the rectangular cushion for you. So it looks prominent, but it again it's just a gigantic ring overall. It's not gonna be for everybody. I realize that. And I'm talking about the size of the piece. I'm talking about the sheer volume of 18-karat gold and diamond weight and everything that this ring brings. And look at that. Again, the coolest part, well, maybe not the coolest part. The coolest part is, I think, the overall diamond weight. But you do have that middle row run right on through underneath your center platform there. So $24,999, that is what you call a needs to find a home, needs to be adopted tonight because, well, it's one of the best values you'll ever see in diamonds, no doubt about it. So that's a really important piece. Now, there is a yellow diamond, heart shape. Showed you the carat 40 earlier, pear shape. We do have one you haven't seen yet, which I think is our little Valentine's Day week special. It's always weird to say Valentine's, I'll just say Valentine's week. We are 2 days away, and this may not be able to get there in time, but I love that we got it on its way to you, because that could be on its way to your house in short order. Look at that. Heart shape. VS diamond, triple halo. What do you think? Item number is 112-6904. And the pear shape's here too. So the cushion cut, the pear shape, and now the 1 carat 01 VS stone. Right there in the middle, double halo in the yellows. We complete the triple halo with the white diamonds and keep those diamonds going down the sides as well. And yet it's going to be one quick deal here for the first yellow diamond lover that's out there. And then we'll do a little museum special. I got some museum discounts for you, sphenes and kunzites, and we even have a heart-shaped blue zircon on the way. But this one's going to be a 208 total weight here, beautifully done with the heart. Let me show it to you on the hand here so you can get an idea of the size. And yet, look at that. I'm not one for hearts, but I got in the spirit. I did. I got in the spirit. I did. Spirit and symbolism are important to me. So here we go. This is a beautiful first in pricing, and it's not going to be, oh no, not going to be, no, $69.99 is not going to work. We're going to do a lot better for you. And again, the symbolism that heart shape is going to give when you give it, present it, open it up for yourself. But how about all the subsequent days that you look down at your hand, hundreds, if not thousands of times a day, and see that fabulous ring? That's when it gets really interesting. That beautiful reminder, how can that just not make you feel the love and smile broadly, just thinking about who it was gifted from, or that moment that you decided to treat yourself to something special for your own collection so you can have something unique and something that not everybody else has, because natural yellow diamonds are really tricky to see right now anyways. But then to get heart shapes and get something unique like that, and the way it's set is so really special. But this one's going to be a quick deal really quickly. And even over the event, I know I had some yellow diamonds that were right around 1 carat, usually a pair or a cushion. They would be $39.99. Then you took about $400 off. So they were $35, $50, somewhere around that range. This one's not even $3,500. And here we have the more specialty of the cuts, being that it is the heart shape. And given that it's got that theme that goes all the way through the design, the triple halo, the diamonds down the sides, it's not $35, it's not $3,000. I promised you when I came on the air, and having done enough of events here and having just the privilege of giving you values every single day of my life, it's nice to be able to say, let's keep the sale going. Let's do better than what you would have paid even on sale. Let's do better than $3,000. Let's do better than $29.99. This is what ultimate values are about. And here it is right now at less than $29 or $28 or $27 or $26. Sometimes you just got to give away some jewelry. We are in the last 28 minutes of our Wednesday night. Let's make it even better. $2,000, you know what? Not even $25.99. Skip that. Let's go $2,499 for our big 101 yellow diamond heart shape. That is the way to go. Now, if you can do the 3 carat with the 360 in diamonds, then go there. But for the $24,999, you can spend a mere fraction of that, a literal fraction of that, and get it for $24.99. Still getting natural yellow, still getting a really, really cool mounting, still getting a fancy cut, all of the things. And how vivid and bright is that stone? Let's move on to the new earrings. Well, these are just, and I know they're big. This is, well, one earring. We just had a really good size ring up there, and one earring is the size of that last ring. So imagine, this is definitely a bigger, oversized, oh my goodness, just like sparklers, no doubt about it, with the fabulous white diamonds and then a little touch of the blue sapphires here throughout. And then it just keeps going with the white diamonds. Now, our normal depth is here. That's our normal depth. And while I'm there, let's refocus, because I like to do that every now and then, because zooming in and out all night gets out of focus. Yes? Sure, who is our new register? Janice, Illinois. Wonderful. And what was she picking up? Fabulous. Janice in Illinois. Enjoy, enjoy. Thank you so much. Welcome to our show. Welcome to what I call fine jewelry paradise. I mean, it really is whatever you need in fine jewelry. You want to pay a little teeny tiny price tag. This is the place to do it. And speaking of, more brand new. More of it. We have more brand new right here for you. The earrings, 112-7663 on the way. Blue sapphires, diamonds. Listen to these carat weights though, because this is not typical for an earring, but you saw it's a big size. And of course, I'm going to be, showing them to you, measuring them for you, getting them on the ear so you can really see how they're going to look from a distance. But this is so important. The sapphires are going to be 43 points. They're all round, brilliant diamond cut sapphires. The diamonds are all round brilliance as well. There's 73 points in diamonds, and they're actually going to stay as is. So it's from my white gold lovers out there. But given you have so many white diamonds, I think the white gold is a bit of, I think, a natural choice here. Now, you do have a centered post. This is what I consider a button style earring. It's still a stud. It stays close to the ear, but it's large. It's oversized. So you have sapphires and diamonds, and may I add, it's not just about, you know this, it's not just about total diamond weights. It's about how you get there. Remember, it's not always about the destination. Sometimes it's about the journey. And we need to learn to hopefully appreciate both, right? The journey to get there and then the final endpoint. This is where we're giving you big diamonds. Look at them, all especially centered up and then on the outside. Very large diamond presence here. And I'm talking about not overall, but the individual stones. Then it's just that every diamond throughout the sections of the earring are different sizes as well, but they're all that larger look. You've got this great style where that's going to be, I mean, look at, if that were a ring, I wouldn't mind seeing that with a band in the back and just wear it as a ring. That'd be very pretty. But just this overall round shape you have, the way they sparkle. Here's what your overall diameter is going to be on the earring. It's going to be about a ½ inch top to bottom. And I got to put one on. Center post, so don't worry about it. If it's going to give you full piercing coverage always, you're going to have this great look. And here's what they look like from a distance, just to show you that size you can expect to see when they are on the ear. So that's just wild. Isn't that lovely? And we're going to make them a lot better than, oh, well, $39.99. Okay, so brand new right now. There's your earring. This is what they look like from across the table, if you will. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go right back up close, and we're going to let you have some fun with the last 24 minutes of the show. I don't think this will be the be-all, end-all, but you never know. I'm going to go 0 to start. 0, nothing, nada. 0 to start with no reserve, $100 increment. Now, power bids will be appreciated because we only have 24 minutes, and it's a high-end earring. So if you want to put in $2,500 to start, you'd be getting a great value. But this is the fun of doing you pay what you want to pay, quite literally. I'm not going to give you a starting point. I'm not going to give you a reserve or a cost point as a jumping off. We're going to go zero. And we're going to see if we've got anybody who wants a sapphire and diamond earring out there, because if you do, and blues are classic, right? Think of how everybody's said to look good in blue. I mean, obviously, as I'm someone who's I love fashion and I love to pay attention. I think that, something that, in my future life, I will be doing fashion oriented. But we all know, as someone I can speak on the TV front, that everyone always looks good in blue. And so you think about, as a society, we wear a lot of blues. We wear a lot of denim. And denim, I know just since I last saw you on Sunday, has been kind of the talk of the world. It's about denim. Denim is denim, 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 denim. Think about this. It's a big earring, but why not? Denim and diamonds. That's a thing. So where are these earrings? It's not that big chandelier drop. Do we have 100? 200? How much? 200's the top bid. Did anyone have higher than that? 200's where we're at. No reserve. 300, 400. Just had a rapid fire bidding here. So we're at 4. We got a ways to go, but we may not get there. That's kind of the fun part. So thanks for starting us off. Yeah, 500? 4. I already have 4. So we're looking for 5. So we're looking for 5. We've got 400 over here. We're looking for 500 or more. Come on in. Big diamond earrings, big sapphire earrings. They just happen to be all together. And that's the thing, because it's a bigger earring, but it's still a stud. Sometimes when we say bigger earring, they're drops, they're hoops. Yes, 500 we have. Thank you. We have 500 over here. Looking for 6 or more. Don't forget how it could be a very smart, strategic move to go in power bids. You may, if you want, like a $3,000 bid, a $3,500 bid. There would still be a lot of money to be saved, but you would be perhaps eliminating competition. And then you walk away with the earrings. So someone's going to walk away with the earrings. It's just a matter of, let's get everybody in, let's get you situated. This still has 73 points in diamonds that are all bigger VS diamonds. Yes, even our earrings include VS diamonds. I get that question a lot, I don't know why. And well, actually, I take that back. I think a lot of designers out there, have you ever noticed some designers will put their really good diamonds, if they have them, they'll put them in rings, and then they cheapen it up for earrings and pendants and bracelets. And that's usually to be cost effective. That's usually because they have to. We have $600 that they usually have to keep the cost down. We are not like that. Now, we're keeping the cost down, but that's just because I'm desperate and want to get you an opportunity to spend whatever the heck you want to spend. Don't spend our price. Don't spend the $39.99, which even on sale would have been still about $3,600. This is where you have a chance to save, obviously right now, a lot of money. And we can obviously, we've got no gold color change on this. It's a post and a butterfly backing, but it's a nice oversized butterfly backing, but you're getting over about 3/4 of a carat, and they are, no matter what, those fine VS diamonds. The same diamonds we utilize in pretty much what you see are rings over and over and over. We have 700 now. Did I hear 8? 8, I thought so. Okay, so it was actually 800, not 7. So $800, they're trying to do a little mini power bid. And we're going to be in last call here shortly, because I think we're only down to 2 bidders. Yes, we are. So 2 bidders, and that's it. So when we get down to 1, that's usually when we put the clock. It's final 2-minute time, but it's a lot of earring. And this happened before with an Ammolite. This happened a couple hours ago in an Ammolite auction. It did not go favorably for yours truly, but someone scored the deal of a lifetime. Do we have 9? $900 has been bid. I almost panic when we get to $900. Historically, and I got to starting these auctions at something like 2,000 or 3,000. I don't know what it is about the no reserve zero starts, but there always seems to be a little hesitation when we get to $900, and there should not be. $4,000 pair of earrings for $900. To be honest, as a professional jewelry shopper who gets to come on television and talk about it every day, if you sell jewelry for a living and offer great jewelry for a living, and you have an earring like this that you could do for under $1,000, it would be something I would talk about for probably 6 weeks in advance, teasing it, telling you it's coming, so that you don't miss out on the deal of a lifetime. The fact that I didn't get a chance to promote this is just new right now, brand new at this very moment. And I decided, instead of a $4,000 earring price, I would just let you make your own price. It has had an end result of being stuck at $900 with a potential here to get you still in for $1,000. We have 18 and a half minutes in this broadcast. You can still shop for what you've seen earlier, like this yellow diamond, I think would be a good idea. You can shop for these, but we're gonna give it 2 minutes because we're in final call. This is last call territory. And I don't know what it is psychologically about that, maybe that triple digits into the 4, but think about it for a second. Could I ever in a million years do an earring like that for under $1,000? The answer, quite simply, as someone who does this every day, is no. And yet here it is for $900. And the next minimum bid would be $1,000. And here's our final 2 minutes. They're gone when that clock ends at 0. And so you definitely run to the phone lines as quickly as you can. Get a phone, start dialing, and yes, one more time on the ear. I measured them, we put them up against the ear. Let's do it one more time if you missed it. Here we go. Tell you what, this is just, again, it's a button style. That's what a term that we use in the industry for, that implies a stud, but a larger stud. And that's exactly what I would call this. It is, I mean, obviously stud implies one single stone usually. This is obviously a much larger way to do a close to the ear setting style. So it's sitting closer to the ear. It's not a big drop or dangle or something that's going down here. It's right up here with that centered post and butterfly backing, faces out to the world, looks like this literal firework or starburst or sunburst design of diamonds and sapphires galore. And you've got a final minute left, and we are still under $1,000 for an auction that makes absolutely no sense. But welcome to our Wednesday here, a special one indeed. Let's go back to the wheel and take another look and see if we have any final bids, questions, requests, anything else for the last part of the show here in our last 17 minutes, and still have some ruby and diamond hoops here as well. If you have any idea that you'd like to own these, well, you can try them, get on the phone lines, and at least let us send them to you and then decide if you like them then, because obviously that's the beauty of it, right? You've got the money back return policy, it's back, and you got this great opportunity and a chance to pick up something really important. And we are still at $900 looking for $1,000. Let me know if anybody else does want to come on into play. But here we go, and they're only just pretty straightforward here, just white gold to really show off those white bright diamonds that we have. And then we'll do a little rapid fire museum collection for you. Got some really cool museum pieces. Sounds like these may be going. Does anyone have 1,000 or more? I didn't hear it yet, but I'm not sure. We have somebody verifying over here as well. Do you have okay, that's sold. Congratulations, that's gone. Well done there. And then let's take a look at this. I've got a heart-shaped blue zircon. We'll do our best to get it out to you tomorrow, but I'll tell you, that would be a Valentine's little, oh, it's not the heart-shaped zircon. And actually, I'm going to skip that one because that one I've asked them to polish and they haven't done that yet. So let's get to the Kunzite. Here's a Kunzite that's definite museum level here. It's 112-5559. Here we are with the big, big, big cushion cut. And it's going to be a dandy. 1292 is the size. And look at that. The big diamond halo around it. That's awfully special. 1292, 96 points in the diamonds is the halo, and they're all big round brilliants as well. But there's our deal. You know, I think about that pendant we had early on in the show, and that one went so quickly, and that would look even beautiful with this one. Even though that was an emerald cut, this is a cushion. This has a lot of emerald cut characteristics to it, I would say. And so I think if you like an emerald cut, you'd like this one as well. It feels very up and down emerald cut, doesn't it? It's just a softer cushion, doesn't have the stark corners that an emerald cut would have, but it has a lot of the similar faceting internally that an emerald cut would have. So what it's really doing that's important is giving the glow. It's giving the glow, it's giving the neons, and you're seeing more purple and blue than you are pink, which is always important, and it's going to be, got to bring it down. We got some giveaways here at the end of the show. It's go time. Are you guys hearing that wheel at home as loudly as I am? I hope it's just me. I've stood next to a lot of grinding wheels. This one is very loud. I hope it's not annoying you at home. If it is, let me know. So I just never know what things sound like at home. But oof, it's really loud up here. So I hope it's not too disturbing to you guys. But 1292, 96 points. Let's give it away. 69.99. That's where it started. Not going to stay there right now. Take a look at this on the hand too. That is a whopper of a stone. When you can get a size that goes knuckle to knuckle like that does, and it's not 69, 59, 49, 39. Told you we have some museum pieces to get to here. I hesitate to use that word because I don't want to intimidate you with the price tag. The museum reflects the quality of the stone, not the price tag. It is not a museum price tag because there are no price tags in museums, at least not one I've ever been to. But what I mean is sometimes we take a museum piece and they are $7,000. I'm not doing that. We've got to move jewelry here in the last 15 minutes. It's not going to be $39, $29, or even it's not $2,500. A nearly 13 karat Kunzite, best quality out there. Neon as can be. And it's not 24 or 23 or 22. We got a value. How about $2,199 for the $1,292? We'll do a couple of recaps. I do think that the Brazilian, or rather the Paraiba orchid style pendant we had earlier, that should find a home, I would hope. We have a really good scapolite that was here earlier. Also, the way we started the show was a really pretty, very rich neon Congolese. So I'm going to recap that in case you weren't with me 2 hours and 48 minutes ago. I think that would be an important one to see. So here we go. And hey, Mary, thank you so much for sending this photo. I don't know. I can see if we have it. Does anyone know if we have 1124965? I have never seen this ring before. So, oh, but it's from like a million years ago. I just saw the graphic. It's from like maybe 2 years ago. I'm not sure if that'll be here, Mary. So I don't think I have anything quite like it either. So, but that is a very pretty stone. All right, so we'll see. The Padparadscha I had tonight was a little larger than that. So let me see if we have anything for you. I will let you know if we do. And then here we go with our next. This is a recap. I will keep an eye out for you, Mary. I will keep an eye out for that color. Take a look at this. This is the trillion, 112-7662. Oh. Still a little bit shocking this made it even past. Sure, first item of the night, maybe a late arrival out there, looking for a really special Congolese in that blue-green color with the neon, trillion vibrance that is. Nice wider band, mirror finished gold. You can have white, yellow, or rose, whatever you want to do there. But this is one that's got to go, and that is some high clarity to that stone as well. Isn't it beautiful? The neon colors that are coming through, that's a gem. And I know it's a literal gem, but it's just a figurative gem as well. People say that all the time. She's a gem. That's a gem. It's a gem. This really is some of the most elite quality you're going to get out of the Congo. And out of all the Congolese stones I've shown you, including even other ones tonight, there has not been anything that's this exact saturation. It feels, if there was ever a stone to make a case for these Congolese stones having copper content, it would be this one because of the neon it has, the vibrance it brings. Take a look at it again. Come on over, and we'll show it to you on the hand too. Nice wide band. You can have white, yellow, or rose. It's $19.99. Oh, good. Who asked for these earrings? Hi, James. We've got some diamond drops for you. Diamond drop stilettos, no less. So maybe this is something, thinking about maybe a little Valentine's Day gift on the way. We got something for you. Take a look at this one, though. Here's the trillion one way. That's a wide band. I really think that as you go forward, seeing a band with that kind of gold weight for $19.99 is going to be real tough. I'm talking about all the jewelers out there that do plain gold bands and wider dome styles. Doing a band of this size when it's not, when it's not just a little shield of gold, but it's actually got the depth and the undergallery and all the extras we want, that's unusual. So you have a superstar of a gold piece first, then the trillion, then the diamonds around it, and we only have just this one, so $19.99. That debuted literally 2 hours and 49 minutes ago. I would be very surprised, shocked in fact, if that sticks around to the end of the night. So call me, we got 10 minutes left. That's a good one, and it has every bit the neon Paraiba vibes that a tourmaline is blessed to have. Now here comes James's request, the diamond stiletto drops, which are actually all hinged in between, which is showing here. So you can see that these are even more fabulous when you see them on. So actually I'll show you quickly and briefly so you can see the matching here, no secrets, but 1110370, look at that. When you see them on though, it really becomes clear what a finely made diamond earring drop is all about. The kind of diamond earring drop that is $25,000 in retail, and I'm not even kidding for that quality. You've got nearly a carat in diamonds. They start with this lever back hinge. Easy, easy, easy. You flip down the back, it opens up, reveals a post, pop it on, click it up, it's closed. And that actually makes it sound a lot more complicated than it really is. And you've got 1 3/4 in the drop, so the length is beautiful. And that's really what we're looking for, is that elongating effect. I always say you need to have a stud and a hoop and a drop. If you have your ears pierced, if you wear earrings at all, Those are really the three general categories. And I think having diamonds, especially VS if you can get them, in those three categories is always very important. This is what they look like on. Now, does that even look like the same earring? I think this really tends to give you the look. First of all, there's a little point here, which I think is so nice to have, that little bit of a point, and then leads into what get bigger and bigger and bigger on their way to the base of the earring. So the diamonds start at a medium size and they just get larger and larger and larger all the way on down to the base. That's going to give you 1 3/4 inches. They're not touching the shoulder. These are still very wearable. And yet, white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, you will decide. So here's what we have. Great value coming up. This is like the ultimate diamond drop when you really want to feel elevated and dressed up and have something different and very elongating, so very flattering on. Let's take another look at them close up because you can really marvel at the way these diamonds are set. And they are 87 points worth. And it's got to be it. We got to make it all the way down. $29.99 new price. They've already been adapted for a new price. I just been selling them for years. Want to just give you a little special moment here with our last 8 minutes. They were requested after all. They wouldn't normally be here. Let's make them $999 for the pair. Almost a carat in VS diamonds, under $1,000. Yes, indeed, $999 for that pair of earrings. And you choose your gold color. It's not like you have to keep them in the white gold. Obviously, it's the way we like to display the piece here to show off how white and bright the diamonds are. So you have, think about it, if there was any gray, yellow, brown, any icky color that a white diamond in perfect quality should not have, you would see it and it would really show off here. White backdrop, white gold, zoomed in close. You would see body color to those diamonds, which is, for the record, what you don't want diamonds to have. You don't want to have any body color. You want them to be white and bright. You want them to be glittering and brilliant and fiery. That's what these stones are. But the fact that they start large and they get larger and larger and larger on the way down, that's what makes them so elegant and so elevated. So you're getting a big diamond weight. Take a look at them again. And $999 for the pair. Thank you, James, for the request. Anybody who'd like to get them can. And pretty much should, because we already see the new price and where they would be in the future. So I say, let's just stay in the past for a brief moment. I know that's not always advised, but here we are. And I think here it's a really good thing. And it's really going to benefit our shoppers tonight. So that's really good. So keep in mind, that's a great way to go at $999. It's more of that drop. We've had a lot of earrings and pendants tonight. Hope you'll give us a call if you have any requests or any questions on anything you've seen in the last 3 hours. I've got a color change sphene here to show you as well. It's one of our bigger ones, so it needs a markdown. And actually, there have been so many of you who have been asking for these color change sphenes in larger sizes, knowing the collectability that they have. Thank you, everybody on the diamond earrings. Keep calling on those. I just want to make sure we pop this in before we go. This is item number 112-6352, and it's a beautiful color changing sphene. That's the rarity. All sphenes are rare. The regular sphenes are rare. When they change color, that much more rare. Item number 6352, it's a 277. And then I'll also flash in the Paraiba orchid pendant. That's got to go for under $2,000. This orchid pendant was $1888. That was also here earlier in the night. That was a couple hours ago. Want to show that again for you. That was the 25 points around Paraibas, but also a 110 diamond weight in the white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. And it sits like that on the neckline. Beautiful orchid style. Make sure you grab that at $1888. But here comes the sphene, and it's the 277. I do believe, I think the big one's all sold in the sale event, I'm pretty sure. Well, here's the $39.99 piece. That was the sale price. That would have come down about $400 extra. I'm going to take you lower than $35.59 on this one. Have to. It's got to go. And look at the mounting, the way the whole ring takes the bigger stone to start and then just creates this larger diamond and gold mounting and presence around it. Very well done. Here it is on the hand. You can see it there with that great shining color. Of course, this is also known and nicknamed the Christmas tree sphene. Like we all have our official name, and then we have like sometimes little nicknames or pet names, right? This one is kind of, think of it like the gemstone's pet name is the Christmas tree stone, the Christmas tree sphene, where it's got all those vibrant multi-colors in the green stone, and of course it changes to red. I also think that could be a little nod to Christmas, is that goes green to red. Those are some of the traditional colors for that holiday. So it makes sense. And it's only $2,199. $199 tonight before we go. And of course, we're back tomorrow night to do it again. Same time, same place, 5 to 8 Pacific time. So I will see you then. I sure hope so. I hope we can rendezvous for a big Thursday night. And then Friday night is Valentine's Day. We'll be together for that. Same as well, 5 to 8. I hope you'll join me for that show as well. Maybe before or after your Valentine's evening plans. Yes? Oh, are you talking about the wide band? Super cool. Who got that? I love that ring. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Enjoy it. That's a fabulous Congolese tourmaline. You'll love it. And here we go with $21.99 on our sphene. Don't forget about the diamond earrings, which are always popular. And still again tonight, the diamond drops that James just requested. And now we're talking about the sphene. So there's our color change variety. What else? We've got a couple of moments here. Don't forget about the Kunzite. Also, if you need to see some big emerald earrings, or what about the emerald butterfly ring we had earlier as well? That was a good one. Cat's Eye Chrysaorel had that earlier. Had some really beautiful pieces that were heavily marked down. So for our final 3 minutes, we'd love to know what you're thinking about or looking for before we go. I have okay, there's a very expensive $59.99 Rubellite. Let's put it up. Let's see who's really, really, really quick and who's really keen. Here's the big Rubellite. It's interesting. It reminds me, I sold a lot of purple Paraibas in the last, that last weekend. Look at this. It's not copper bearing, but it sure looks it. 1125395. It's a $59.99 pear-shaped Rubellite. It's a 561 size with the 60 points in the diamonds. Very unique shape of pear. It's a little shorter than some pears and wider. So it really has a lot of wow factor. 60 points in diamonds, and it's going to be, yep, $59.99. Let's take it on down. We got the last 2 minutes of the show. Rubellites, you know how exotic and expensive, and yet this has a little bit of that rich purple red tone. So instead of being too red or too included, as a lot of Rubellites tend to be highly included, this one has a nice clarity about it. And if you have admired the colors and the neons of the purple Paraibas, let me suggest this one, even though we have not verified any copper content, so I'm not going to call it Paraiba, but it has that same kind of neon purple, red, pink tone to it. This is outstanding. And I'll do a quick little, let's see who's paying attention till the end of the show is here. We got less than 2 minutes. Let's make it better than even $3,000. That's where we could just send it flying out here. Like $29.99 would do it. We're going to take it far lower than that. Got to call me quickly. This is obviously not going to last. It's especially when it's not 29 or 28 or 27 or 26 or 25. Let's get ready to say goodbye to this Rubellite, a nearly 6-carat stone, all the diamond weight around it, and it is not 25 or 24 or 23 or 22. I got to move it. Let's just, and call us with any questions you have on anything, because obviously pieces continue to go after the show ends, which is 60 seconds away. And I'll make this $2,199. Don't forget about the diamond ring, the 301. I'll give it a last look because this one's probably gone. We will, there's no place I'd rather end with the finale than looking at the 3-carat yellow diamond with the 370 in diamonds. So 671 total weight in a diamond ring, nearly 7 carats in diamonds, and it's under $25,000. That is $24,999. Probably your last look at that one till it's gone. 30 seconds left in the show. Definitely the Rubellite. $21.99 for that white gold. That stays in white gold. Yes, we'll size it for you. Remember to join me tomorrow, same time, same place. It's tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 Central Time, and 8 p.m. Eastern. We will kick off another incredible 3 hours, and we got a lot of really cool brand new coming up for you tomorrow and Friday and through the weekend. So I'll see you then. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thanks for watching and shopping. I'm Lauren Blair. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow at 5.